We're live for a week number 2 waiver wire show and post-game reaction of the Jets and the Bills game, which is going on right now. Aaron Rodgers, there's some whispers about an Achilles injury, and x-rays were negative on his ankle, so Achilles is the next big fear. Jets and Bills. Jets beat the Bills. Not that graphic's wrong. I got two of them ready to rotate, depending on which one wins. I had the wrong one up. This kick right here is going to tie this game, potentially, and then we go into overtime. So that graphic can't be right. Space Ricky in the building. Lupo first in the building. Travis first in the building. Breece Hall looking like the man. Breece Hall is him. Garrett Wilson is him. Now, Aaron Rodgers being out for a significant amount of time, if not for the entire season, if it is an Achilles injury confirmed, this is major implications for Garrett Wilson's upside, but he still looked phenomenal tonight. He's just not going to get the volume maybe, and we have to worry about that. Breece Hall looks very, very good, looks the part. People actually talking about how he looks slow and all this. The guy ripped off an absolute insane 100-plus yard affair on nearly 10 carries. He is him. We'll break down all of it. Aaron Rodgers' potential torn Achilles, as well as this waiver wire list for week number 2. The fantasy football show begins right now. And this kick is going right now as we speak. They're kicking it. They're kicking it. They're kicking it. It is good. It hit the upright and in. Upright and in. This game is tied.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
Okay, so it is a tie ball game, folks. Unbelievable. Hit the upright. Actually hit the flag on the upright as well as the upright and went straight in, barely bouncing in. Unbelievable ending to or setup to an ending of this game. Wow, what a day. We've had a lot of negative stuff hitting us this week 1, I have to admit, but there's still a lot of positives. And as I always preach, adjust and adapt season is always what you need to take into every single week. You need to learn how to adjust and adapt and not have things drag you down and not allow you maneuverability. So we're going to go through all that. We're going to watch this game side by side. Here we go. This game is crazy. This game is intense. There is 2 seconds left. The Bills are kicking off. It is tied 16-16. You caught me having both my graphics up for whichever one. And I left it up. Bills kicking it off. Okay, this is going to go straight out of the end zone. 2 seconds left. I can't imagine Zach Wilson's going to throw a missile downfield. We'll see what happens. Josh Allen looks defeated, but is there a buy low opportunity on Josh Allen? Again, we're doing the waiver wire advice as well on this episode of the show. Here's the waiver wire list. You can get a little peep at that. We've got Jordan Love, 69% availability in Yahoo leagues. I use Yahoo because there are majority of redraft formats available to be looked at here, and 69% availability. Now, before you upset Ungers come out here and say, Smitty, but he's not available in my league. Garrett Wilson kneeling down the football. He's not available in my league. Roschon Johnson not available in my league. Well, not everybody's league is yours, Bob. And a lot of people have a smaller bench. Some people have a bigger bench. Obviously, it's going to depend on that. So Roschon Johnson being 85% available, Algier being 44% available, Jaylen Warren being 50% available. That's all going to be, it's going to fluctuate between league to league. And this guy, Zay Flowers, this is probably the lowest percentage availability that I put on this board because I usually don't throw anybody that isn't available in at least 30% of average leagues up on the waiver wire list. But because he was borderline 29%, I had to make certain we had a conversation about Zay Flowers being the number 1 overall pickup for the week number 2, walking into the remainder part of the season. A league winner, a guy that can absolutely be your high-end wide receiver number 3 or even higher. Okay, so appreciate the super chats that are rolling in. We got Ronnie dropping one early on, says, what's the most you would give up for Garrett Wilson right now? We're going to talk about that, Ronnie. I would say you don't want to buy him anywhere near top 14, top 15 overall value. Aaron Rodgers going down should discount him greatly. Then again, he just caught a touchdown pass. His owners might be reluctant to sell him for anything but what they paid as of this moment. If he goes out and has a bad game, then his price will go down in week 2. But if he has a bad game in week 2, maybe you're going to be worried about it. Because let's be honest, he salvaged his day with a touchdown. We don't know what kind of volume he's going to get moving forward. The thing is, he's such an amazing player, such an amazing route runner, so fast off the line. Garrett Wilson's crazy. Okay, Flowers, if available, is a league winner. The number 1 pickup of the year, potentially, if he's out there in your league. There's kickoff right here on the OT. We're going to kick into the high gear of the waiver wire show right now, and I'm going to drop this on you as we speak. The question is, as always, is who is the top pickup of the year, and can we find that player sitting here in week number, heading into week number 2? I don't know. We're going to find that out together. We're going to figure that out together, and I'm going to put his name on screen here. Flowers. If Flowers is available in your league, the odds of Zay Flowers being the top pickup of the year, because this is how we do it. When you come to me and say, Smitty, how much fab should I throw on Zay Flowers? Smitty, how much fab should I throw on Rashee Rice? How much fab should I throw on Roschon Johnson? I don't know, because I'm not in your league. I don't know, because every league is different. Maybe in your league, you have a freaking guy that drops, $50 out of 50 every single time. Or in the case of a $100 fab, which is usually the case, I could drop 100 out of 100 in any league I'm in. I'm a wild card. If you've got people in your league like that, you might have to do full load droppage. And so we end up saying, okay,
initiate full load drop.
Sometimes full load drop is warranted. I can't really tell you that. Only you know, based on the history, the historical data in your league in regards to waivers, what you would do. As for Zay Flowers, if he's available, he's only available in 29% of leagues. So calm down, Caleb, if you're getting all upset going, he's not in my league. This is ridiculous. What kind of waiver wire show is this? Not everybody, the whole world doesn't just revolve around you, Bob. Okay? Flowers, if he's available, which he is in 29% of leagues, he has an 8 out of 10 potential win a league value. Kincaid, John Lee talking earlier, running his mouth there. Let's see here. Hold on. Let me put this on the screen here again. Flowers. Where's Flowers? I had it just right here. Hold on. Where is it? Flowers. Let me put Flowers up top here. Hold on. There we go. So 8 out of 10, Zay Flowers. 8 out of 10 likelihood of being the top pickup of the year if he ends up being available for you. Okay, so there's that guy right there, Zay Flowers. Unbelievable pickup if he's available. Back to the waiver wire list. Roschon Johnson, more likely available in most of your leagues. Not in everybody's league, but most likely available in most of your leagues. Roschon Johnson, what's the likelihood of Roschon Johnson being the best pickup of the year? I'll tell you, because Roschon has so much upside. Josh Allen is trying to march his team down the field. We have this going on the side here. I'm doing the waiver wire show live while the ending of the game is unfolding. Josh Allen back to pass and shotgun. Throws the ball. Dropped. Is that Dawson Knox? Get Kincaid the football. Who's also on this list. I might remind you, Kincaid's season is kind of underway. Kincaid looked pretty decent. Kincaid had a nice little outing, if you will. Just a little unveiling. It's nice to see Breece Hall and Kincaid getting used. Very proud of the Bills and the Jets for running their rookies out there. And I'm trying to pull up the stats right now. Breece Hall, what a day Breece Hall had. What a freaking day. Let me see if I can pull up the stats here. Josh Allen's got 12.4 fantasy points in my league right now. In this league that I'm playing against Josh Allen. He's got 236 yards, one TD, 3 INT, 6 carries for 36 yards. James Cook has 43 yards. Damian Harris has 1 carry for 3 yards and 16 receiving yards. Diggs has Josh Allen back to snap in shotgun, scrambles to the left, throws a missile. It's incomplete, intended for Stephon Diggs, about a yard short of the first down marker. Anyway, Diggs has 102-1, 10 receptions off 12 targets. Gabe Davis, 2 receptions for 32 yards. Other side of the football, Garrett Wilson, 5 receptions on 5 targets, which is good news in a way when you think about that he's not, punting to the New York Football Jets, who catch the football about the 35-yard line. The 40, the 45, the 50, the 55. Oh my God, he's going all the way down to the 20, down to the 15, down to the 10, 5, touchdown, let's go! Touchdown, let's go! Let's go! Unbelievable! Unbelievable! Jets D, ST. Unbelievable! Coach Smitty, if you don't know, Underdog Fantasy, let's go! Unreal! 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 What an amazing comeback by the New York Football Jets. I'm only disappointed and distraught that Aaron Rodgers is not available to participate in this celebration. Now, of course, it would have probably unfolded differently, but good Lord, what an amazing finish. Breece Hall being unveiled tonight. Rushing the football, Breece Hall, let me read it back to you for those that don't understand what time it is. 10 carries for 127 yards. Let me put let's put the entire stat line up on screen here, because I don't think people understand how nice of a game this was for Garrett Wilson and for Breece Hall, considering the situation. And am I worried about what's going on? Man, what an ending to this game. What an ending. What an ending to a very bad week. A very bad week. Now, some of you might have Josh Allen, and I know that doesn't make you feel good tonight, but Jets D, I've got shares of the Jets D all over the place. They're definitely one of the top 4 defenses of the year by your boy. Definitely a sleeper D for sure. And I say sleeper outside like the top 4 or 5. What an amazing finish to this game. What an amazing return. Zach Wilson, 1 TD, 1 INT, 140 yards. Let me make this bigger. Then we're going straight to the waiver wire. He's somebody that needs to be considered. I haven't moved him around yet. I put him on there. I haven't moved him on. So we're gonna reslot. We're gonna reslot Zach Wilson. I don't know if Zach Wilson's winning leagues, but we have to also know the update on Aaron Rodgers. But 140 yards, 1 TD. Just a great confidence builder for Zach Wilson if we do have to go down the road of having Zach Wilson quarterback this football team. But what an amazing game. Good for Salah, good for the Jets, good for the New York Jet fans who had everybody crapping all over them. They're tackling Salah. Salah's running down the field. I love that he's celebrating with his team. He's a player's coach. What an unbelievable return, and the Buffalo Bills are unraveling before our very eyes. It's week 1. It's week 1, I know. And Josh Allen will be on our buy low list, I guarantee you. I guarantee you Josh Allen is a buy low walking in to week number 2, okay? Josh Allen had a pathetic day. Joe Burrow had a pathetic day. Justin Fields had a pathetic day. Patrick Mahomes under-delivered. Jalen Hurts under-delivered. Does everybody understand what I just said? Like, every one of the top quarterbacks under-delivered. Okay, so we have a whole lot of work to do, and we have a whole lot of buying low to do, because the top quarterbacks will not continue to disappoint. 256 of you in here, punch that thumb up button. Unbelievable finish to this game. Breece Hall, look at this stat line right here. 10 carries for 127 yards. 10 carries for 127 yards. 1 reception. 2 targets. 20 yards receiving. Breece Hall is back. Garrett Wilson vanished before our very eyes. We saw him wither away in our minds the moment Aaron Rodgers went down. Garrett Wilson, 5 for 5, 34 yards and a touchdown. Could have been better. Could have been a lot worse. The amazing touchdown grab. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Garrett Wilson is him. And while Zach Wilson is not him, hopefully he is good enough and got a big enough confidence boost that he can at least deliver the football to Garrett Wilson to the tune of, let's call it 1,200, 1,300 yards and 12 touchdowns. I'm not feeling like the upside is quite as high, obviously, but there's no reason why he can't still be a top 5 to 7 wide receiver this year. I'm not saying he can't be in the 3-4 like I predicted, but we have to reset expectations a tiny bit and say less volume. What's going to be like more Breece Hall, which is great for Breece Hall. Breece Hall to the moon. The Aaron Rodgers situation is unfortunate, but I think the Jets D is so good that Aaron Rodgers being out doesn't necessarily hamper the run game. So Wilson will get better. Garrett Wilson, 14.40 fantasy points in this particular league. I have Diggs right here. Diggs catching 10 balls for 10 receptions, 102 yards, and a touchdown. Gabe Davis, there's his stat line. Again, Josh Allen was cheeks in this game. He had 29 of 41, 236 yards and 1 TD, 3 INTs. James Cook had 46 yards and 17 receiving. That's kind of what I expected out of James Cook. 12 carries. He did well, but it's like, do they run somebody enough in this offense as an RB to warrant the value James Cook was going at? So I'm going to put the stats over here. We'll reflect on that. We're going to go to the waiver wire show. Again, Aaron Rodgers news. I'm refreshing as we speak on Twitter and all of the social media areas and places that I literally get bombarded with news every second to see if there's an Aaron Rodgers Achilles update. I don't know if we're going to find out any news on Aaron Rodgers yet. We might find late tonight or tomorrow that Aaron Rodgers may or may not have a torn Achilles. The reason we think torn Achilles is the x-rays came back negative. And if the x-rays came back negative and they're really worried about this thing and it sounds like it is bad, it is very bad, and there's no other explanation other than some sort of Achilles or ligament damage or some sort of season-ending injury. I hope we're wrong. I hope the speculation is wrong. This is a lot driven off of the speculation, but we're definitely feeling like this is a season-ending injury for Aaron Rodgers, who was carted to the x-ray room. The x-rays came back negative, and again, the thinking is probably Achilles tendon. Breece Hall is him. Breece Hall is him. Breece Hall is 8 feet tall.
Breece Hall is 8 foot tall. He will always answer the mother freaking call. Don't let him fall. In the third, don't stall. Just give Batman the freaking football.
He's Breece. He's Breece.
He does a whole of a job. A whole of a job. A whole of a job.
Breece Hall, please report to the moon.
He does a hell of a job.
Get Breece.
Unbelievable. And Garrett Wilson, God, I can't even press those buttons right now. Let's do it for old time's sake. Oh my God, it makes me want to throw up when I press this button because Aaron Rodgers is not involved in this celebration video anymore.
Your eyes,
Garrett Wilson and the boys.
your eyes,
Rodgers has new toys.
your eyes,
The lights, the heat.
your
A
eyes,
Jets fan complete.
your eyes,
You don't want to test Sauce Gardner's heat.
your eyes.
I want to watch Breece Hall's quick feet.
Jets country, let's ride.
And for those of you who think, oh, is this a Jets fan? I'm not a Jets fan. I'm a fantasy football fan, and I'm a fan of the players. I'm a fan of the players we promote and tout and talk about here, and that makes me sick. It makes me want to vomit right all over my desk right now because I can't believe that we won't have Aaron Rodgers probably, and maybe a miracle update happens, but we're fearful of this. We don't know. This is a lot of speculation. I want to remind you, it makes a lot of sense given he had the calf injury. I don't even know if it's the same leg, but sometimes a calf injury is some sort of potential harbinger of what could come if the wrong situation happens with that leg. Your calf in your Achilles is very, very, I got a model over here somewhere. Your calf going down to your Achilles tendon. A lot of times when you have a strained calf at the lower part, it is part of the Achilles. It's really, some would say, an Achilles strain. So he's probably done for the year, but we'll hold out hope just in case. But this man right here, get Breece.
Get Breece.
This man right here, Garrett Wilson, go get Garrett Wilson. We might have to come up with a new video or something for him because I don't know that I can play this. Maybe we put Rodgers with crutches or something when we play this. I don't know.
Your rise.
Garrett Wilson and the boys.
Your rise.
But all we know is we're off to the races with some of these guys, but we have a whole lot of work to do. The Fantasy Football Show Waiver Wire show begins right now. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I've told you, I've already started this off. I said Flowers. I don't want to hear a bunch of complaining Caleb saying, Smitty, but he's not available in my league. He's available in 29% of fantasy leagues. That is probably the lowest number I ever go to. I don't put guys that are available in 10%, 15% on. But because he's a league winner, you got to put Flowers on this list. Because Flowers is, in my opinion, if we were to talk about Flowers being the odds of being the best league winner in fantasy football, which is how I determine player's value. So we're going to put Flowers on this board here and say, what is the likelihood of him becoming the best player, the best pickup in fantasy football 2023, whether it's week 1, 2, 3, 4. Is he the best pickup? What's the confidence level? I would say it's an 8 out of 10 confidence level that if available, he could be one of the best, if not the best pickup in fantasy football 2023. Okay, so there's that one right there. Let's move back over to the list and say, okay, who's next? Okay, not likely available Zay Flowers, but what about Roschon Johnson? The numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. The numbers say Roschon is available in 85% of leagues. Yes, this is live, but we're going to roll through the waiver wire portion before I start answering questions. I know a lot of you have questions. D-Class first in the building. He throws out the crying emoji. I don't know if you had Josh Allen or if you had Aaron Rodgers or what the crying's about. Appreciate you. We got a lot of people in the building. Hit that thumb up. We got 587 people in here. Hit that thumb up. Let's go. Okay, so let's get to the rest of this list. Roschon Johnson, available in 85% of leagues. What is the likelihood that Roschon Johnson is the league winner of the season? The guy that's going to take you to the promised land. The odds of him being the best pickup of the year, in my opinion, are also an 8 out of 10. Right out of the gate. And it's not surprising that in weeks 1, 2, or 3, we will find the highest graded players that are the likeliest to win you a league in the confidence scale right here. The most likely to win you a league percentage scale. Now, I had this graphic here somewhere. Let me see if I can find that graphic somewhere. I have a graphic that explains that. I'll pull it up for next time. But week number 2, best pickup of the year. Actually, let me put that on the screen here so people understand that are coming in. Likelihood of being best pickup of year. Okay, so I'll put that on top here so everybody knows what's going on with this meter here, this little rating scale. 8 out of 10. Roschon, 8 out of 10, most likely to win a league if we had to put a number on that. Let's head back on over to the waiver wire list here. Roschon Johnson, thank you for participating. The next highest rated player, in my opinion, these percentages are likelihood available in your league, not actual percentage of anything. That other scale is likelihood of being the best pickup of the year. Jordan Love, if you need a quarterback, now if you don't need a quarterback, I still recommend that you pick him up and grab him, but the likelihood of Jordan Love being the best pickup of the year, especially if you lost Aaron Rodgers, especially if you have a quarterback that you believe to be good in Dak Prescott, or whatever the case may be, injury strikes you, you need a quarterback. This is an 8 or 9 out of 10 of being the best pickup of the year if you're in need of a quarterback, or if you could turn or flip Love into something amazing. Let me go back. 8 out of 10 if for any reason you're looking at a situation where you don't necessarily need him, but you might be able to trade him later. So 8 out of 10 in that case, but if you need a quarterback, I would literally consider this a 9 out of 10, which should guide you in terms of how much money and fab you should throw down. That's the whole point of the scale. I don't know how much fab to throw down. I get that question all the time. Smitty, how much fab should I throw down out of 100? How in the hell am I supposed to know? Anybody that tells you a number doesn't know what the hell they're talking about, because everything's dependent on your league and what your league has done. What's the historical data in your league? What historically is a full load drop? Does anybody even full load drop?
Initiate full load drop.
If no one does a full load drop in your league, then I don't know. I have no idea. I could tell you if I came in your league and I didn't know anybody, I'd probably drop way too much money on the guy I wanted, but that's okay because I'd overpay. My confidence scale is here to help guide you into determining whether you should do max value historical data, max value of what's been done in the past. So I'll say this. I'll say again, Jordan Love, if you need a quarterback, this is potentially a 9 out of 10 in terms of winning your league. Likelihood of being the best pickup of the year. So you need to take advantage and grab Jordan Love, okay? And let's put percentage or rating of being best pickup of the year, and let's spell this out and make that double R. Come on, Smitty. Come on, bro. Come on, there we go. Okay, best pickup of the year. Rating of being the best pickup of the year. Let's jump back over to the list and let's talk about the next guy on the list, which is RB, and a very, very likely player to be available in so many formats. It's crazy when you look at it. But Algier, available in 44% of Yahoo leagues. In Shark leagues, he's probably not available. In leagues with very big benches, he's probably not available, but he's available in 44% of Yahoo leagues, and the likelihood of Algier being the top pickup of the year, if he is in fact available, the likelihood of being the top pickup of the year, if I had to throw a number on it, I would say that this man, Tyler Algier, ranks around because, you know, he needs an injury to become ultra talented and useful. He needs an injury for that, but he can linger and be productive for you in a flex spot or running back 3 spot. I would probably say this feels more like a 7. Now, if injury occurred, then he would probably move up into the 8 or 9 potentially for that person that grabbed him in hindsight if we're looking back. But the fact that Bijan's there, the fact that this is Bijan's team, he has a little bit of a governor on him, a cap, if you will, that won't really allow him to be the best pickup of the year unless injury strikes. But he is absolutely the most important handcuff in fantasy football right now. He passed Zach Charbonnet. He passed all the other players that are, must-need handcuffs for the starter. He is the most important handcuff in fantasy football. If you're a Bijan owner, you might want to put this at a 9 in terms of importance for you. For the rest of the world, he feels about 7 because of the governor and limiter that is on his potential situation. So Tyler Algier, not the best pickup of the year, probably from a standalone perspective, but handcuff maybe. Roshan, Flowers, Love. Those are my top 3 pickups of the potential week of being the most likely to dominate and win you a league. I'm not going to go through every single name. I usually only pull up about 3 or 4 or 5 names and put them on the scale and tell you whether they're the best pickup of the year, sound the alarm, sound the panic, or whether I tell you this is fool's gold. It's not even somebody that's breaching that blue or green territory. That's how we do the Waiver Wire show, and I want you to tell all your friends that this is the best Waiver Wire show you will find on YouTube or on the web, period, because we do it in a way that no one else does it, because it doesn't help you to say pick up somebody. It doesn't help you to say, oh, drop $50 out of 100. None of that helps any of you. If I was watching this content from a consumer perspective, I would want to be told, how confident are you in this guy? Do I need to go get him? Let me make the determination how much load droppage I should be dropping. I'll take care of that. You tell me how confident you are in his situation. Like I said with Algier, we're going to 7 for Algier because he has somebody in front of him. But when we're talking about Roshan Johnson arguably could potentially be a 9 if you want to really break it down, because he could take the job from Khalil Herbert. He could take it. He doesn't need an injury. He could walk in, grab it, and be a top 10 running back. The same thing can be said for Tank Bigsby in a way. Bigsby, in terms of Algier, Bigsby is the same as Algier. He's got a player in front of him. He's got a limiter on him. but he's got so much of an ability to get you 10 touchdowns even with the healthy ETN. He can still be, to the ETN owner, worth a 9 out of 10. If you're an ETN owner, grab him. It could be a league winner for you, because if ETN goes down, you have a top 10 running back. For everybody else, like Algier, Bigsby's got 7. That's respectable. That is potentially borderline one of the better pickups of the year. It's just in the blue territory. It's in the waiting territory. Not the best pickup, could be one of the best pickups. Bigsby has that governor on him. But when we go back to this list and we see who else might not have like a governor on their value, and I would say, really, there's so many players here that are dependent on other players, whereas I think Roschon could take the job. Where I think in a case of like Jaylen Warren, for example, let's use Jaylen Warren. Jaylen Warren, what is the likelihood of Jaylen Warren being the top pickup of the year in 2023? Again, he has a player in front of him. I will say that they want to potentially use him much like Tony Pollard last year in Dallas, so he could, like Bigsby, have a big line despite never taking the job fully. He's not going to replace Najee, but if Najee gets hurt, he could climb into the 8 out of 10 for being the best pickup of the year. Because he's got a player in front of him, we're not going to give him 8s. We don't hand out 8s like they're candy. We don't just give any player an 8 out of 10 and say, you're an 8 out of 10, best pickup of the year. We don't hand those out here at the Fantasy Football Show. We're stingy with it. You have to have an open path without some sort of like what-if situation. But that doesn't mean he's not an absolute must-go-get player in fantasy football week number 2. And when we look at the rankings right here and we say to ourselves, he's available in 50% of Yahoo leagues, Smitty. He's got to be on your list. Go check your waiver wire. Now, for you complaining Calebs right now that are about to say, Smitty, none of this applies. Roschon's picked up. Flowers is no way near available. Ha ha. Hey, Smitty. LOL. How many people have said that already in the chat? LOL. I wish Flowers was available in my league. As if you're so special that your league's so good. You're only allowed to play in baller leagues because you're so damn good. Everybody's league size is different, so shut it, okay? Puka Nacua is available in 95% of leagues. How likely is he to win a league? I would not put him in even the rating system, because he'd probably come in around a 6 or below. I don't waste time going to this situation and saying, let's rank how good is he to be the best likelihood player to win a league. Oh, he's a 3. I'm not going to waste my time. I did waste my time creating every single one of these potential variations, because we may have to talk about it, like Puka, and say, what's the idea of Puka winning a league? What's the percentage chance of Puka Nacua winning a league? I would say 4. You know, like he's not going to be a wide receiver 1, but he's a fantastic addition. Doesn't mean we're not going to give him his flowers and say, go get him in every single league. Romeo Doubs, what's the odds of Romeo Doubs winning a league? I'd say 4 or 5. I don't think these guys have the power that Roschon has to become a top 10 running back, or Jordan Love to be a top 6 quarterback when you need a quarterback. But it doesn't mean they're not great pickups. That's why they're on the freaking list. Zay Flowers, available in Zay Jones, available in 70% of leagues. Love Zay Jones. Shaheed, solid pickup, available in 84. Rashee Rice, looked like the number 1 wide receiver in KC to me in the first half, but what did they do? Then they didn't use him. At all. They didn't use him in the second half really at all. So that's why he can't vault above some of these other guys. We don't know what the hell's going on over there in KC. Bourne, will he stay consistent? He's on the list. I'm giving him respect. Available in 98% of leagues. Myers, I don't know. 50% of leagues, grab them if you need a guy. Again, in your league, maybe all these guys right here are taken and then Rice down are available. So you got to pick your poison. You got to go after a guy. Tank Dell, I still love Tank Dell. Little Tank Dell is still a guy I think can pop. Don't let people scare you into thinking Little Tank Dell doesn't have the ability to win leagues. He certainly could. And if he becomes something special in the next couple weeks, it wouldn't shock me if we're on here talking about Tank Dell as a 7 out of 10 likelihood of winning a league. Can we be frank and honest on that? Can we say, okay, he's not there yet, Smitty, but he is one of the guys hiding down here. Rashee Rice, I would say, could be 6-7 borderline. Nacua look, Cooper Kupp still could come back. Stafford is everybody's favorite player right now. I don't even have Stafford on this list. I probably should have Stafford on this list. Let me copy this one over and put Stafford. I don't know the availability of Stafford. Let me look up the availability of Stafford. I actually don't even know what the availability is. He needs to be on this list, but is he going to be higher than... He's going to be like right there with Mac Jones. Mac Jones is Stafford, and they're not league winners. Purdy is actually pretty interesting. If we put Purdy on this list here and we try and rank Purdy's likelihood of winning a league, I'd probably have to say Purdy, he's not going to be Jordan Love capable. Like, let's say 9 or 8. If you need a quarterback, he's not a 9. But is he a 7? Like, if you're in desperate mode, you've got Dak, or you lost Aaron Rodgers, or you don't believe in your signal caller at all, you screwed the pooch, you messed up the QB drafting, Purdy's available, and you can get him. That's pretty good. Purdy's pretty solid. Purdy is a 7 out of 10 to help you facilitate a league win at least. But he's not of the echelon of Jordan Love, but he's certainly up there, and he's available in 44% of leagues. Laporta, 35% of leagues available at tight end. That is a fantastic player to grab right now. Let me put a indicator on here so you can follow along as I talk about these players. Laporta, 35% of leagues. That's great. Kincaid pulled in. What did Kincaid end up with? He ended up with 4 receptions on 4 targets for 26 yards. In PPR, that's 7 points. Almost 6 points in this particular league I'm looking at. That's not half bad. For all of you that wanted to cut him on the off chance he could take a little while to get going, yet miss out on the ability to have him later, you may have messed up on that because he was a better play than Okonkwo. Now, in fairness, people asked me Okonkwo Kincaid this week. I did say I probably lean toward Okonkwo this week and roll Kincaid out in the next couple weeks, but do not cut Kincaid. Do not cut Kincaid. He's a league winner. Now, he's available in 23% of leagues walking into this game. Wouldn't surprise me if his 6.6 fantasy points, his 26 yards doesn't disappoint more people than excite. And therefore, that number, in my opinion, climbs up to about 30-something percent, 30, 35%. I could be wrong on that, but I'll take those odds, and I'll probably go Kincaid shopping after the waivers process. Every year, some people freak out. If I had to guess on this list who could become available that shouldn't become available, people, Jaylen Warren, available in 50% of leagues, might get cut by an uncomfortable amount of people walking into the first wave of waiver claims. Sometimes leagues are won when people drop players they shouldn't drop, and they do stupid things and decisions off of 1 week of football. So if Jaylen Warren gets dropped and you have the waiver claim and you don't like anybody else, you're like, Smitty, Roshan's not available. Smitty, Algier's not available. Love's not available. Purdy's not available. Flowers isn't available. The only guy available here is Bourne and the running backs down below you don't even see because they're down buried. Gus Edwards and Hill. Who cares about Gus Edwards and Hill? Does anybody really believe that Gus Edwards and Hill will be starting by week 7? This is probably Melvin Gordon, Kareem Hunt, a trade for Jonathan Taylor. Who the hell knows? But it's not likely. The running back by committee combo that you don't even know which one to pick up because I don't know. If I don't know, how in the hell are you supposed to know? Don't go after Hill. Oh, God. It just knocked my phone. I just hit my phone. Don't go after Hill or after Gus Edwards if you think there's a shot in hell that Jaylen Warren could get cut and you get out of line if you've got an order of pickups that stays if you don't use it, a rolling waiver wire order. So Jaylen Warren could get cut. Be on the lookout for that. Sometimes leagues are won on this particular content right here. So pay attention, Bob, in the back. Jaylen Warren gets cut, pounce. A-Chain gets cut. He was a scratch from the game. Pounce. Pick him up. Pick him up and do it live. Tank Dell gets cut. Pounce. Pick him up and do it live. If Kincaid gets cut, pounce. Do it live. And really, that seems to be, if I'm looking here, the only guys that pop to me as potential cuts. If we go down the rest of this waiver wire list, again, Purdy, 44% availability, could help you, assist you and win a league. Honestly, he could. Could win a league Love. Could win a league Roshan. Could help you win a league or win a league if you're a Bijan owner and he goes down. Could help you win a league, Warren. Kyren Williams, I'm asked about a lot. I like him. I like him. He plays the Niners, I believe, in week 2, right? I think it's the Niners in week 2. Week 2 is going to be a rough outing. He's got to escape that, keep the job. Akers got more carries. He got 2 touchdowns. Akers got the 1 at the end. At the end of the day, Kyren didn't outplay him. His yards per carry weren't through the roof or anything. They weren't even really that impressive, but he scored 2 touchdowns. So our fantasy minds trigger some alarm saying, Kyren Williams, he's the next guy. Pick him up. We don't even know what it looks like. The Rams are paper tigers. They're not going to be good as long as Cooper Kupp is out. Stafford, who the hell knows how long he stays upright. I'm telling you, he's a walking injury. And so Kyren Williams feels like a paper tiger. If Bigsby's there, I'm grabbing Bigsby over Kyren. If Warren's out there for some crazy reason, I'm grabbing Warren over Kyren. And of course, I'm grabbing these 2 potential league Algier paper. And more so league winner for Bijan owners if Bijan goes down, Roshan, so he needs something to happen. Roshan is a league winner. Flowers is a league winner. I'm picking up Bigsby. I'm probably contemplating Kelly in a dual running back system led by a coach that in Dallas did the same thing in Kellen Moore. This man used both RBs. Pollard, Zeke. He's using Kelly and Eckler. Eckler is also nursing an injury right now, so Kelly could definitely get more work and stay kind of consistent. Bigsby over Kelly, but Kelly over Kyren. Bigsby over Kyren. A-Chain quietly over Kyren. Spears is looking great right now. He's got 1 ACL, and I admit I wasn't real high on him because of that walking into the season, because what kind of future does he have with an ACL missing in one of his legs? But let's be honest, he looks great. Every time he touches the ball, he looks fantastic. So if you own Derrick Henry, he's a must-get. You must go grab him. You have to cuff him. He's one of the better cuffs in fantasy right now when you really think about it. Do I think he lasts 17 games in the NFL without the ACL? I don't know. Maybe for a year or 2. But do I grab him in standalone value right now if I need RBs? Absolutely. He looks great. Gainwell, he looks mediocre, but he's getting the volume, so you got to pick him up. If Swift gets cut coming out of this week, you got to grab him. I know we're pissed off at the guy. I get it. See, even Kadarius Toney, if he gets cut, you got to pick him up. If London gets cut, good Lord, I see so many people saying, Smitty, should I pick up Nakua and drop London? Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind to consider dropping Drake London? But be on the lookout for you ambulance chasing waiver wire masters. And you know who you are. You're on top of things like this. You get about 20% of work done on Tuesdays when you get to work, because you're scouring the waiver wire like a beast. And I'm proud of you for it. I love all of you waiver wiring monsters. 20% productivity people in your workplace on Tuesdays. Let's go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know I'm talking about you, Bob, you monster. So I'm definitely interested in looking at who gets dropped. I can't tell you how important that is. Some of us have so many notifications on our phone where we turn off the notifications from Sleeper, right? Or from the app, ESPN, or from Yahoo, because we get bombarded with all these stupid trade requests from Bob and people that send us the stupidest trade offers we've ever seen in our life.
You are offer sex. You are trade offer sex.
We turn our notifications off, but you have to be vigilant. You have to look at the transaction history, because Bob over here, who's not even doing his job on Tuesdays, 20% productivity Peter is out there just not doing work at all. What does he do? What does Bob do? Peter, what does Peter do? Peter's sitting there looking at transactions and you have your notifications off. And I get it because I turn mine off too. But what if London gets dropped? What if Warren gets dropped? We're there to scoop them up. As far as the rest of the players on this list, again, guys, Zay Jones is great. Dobbs is great. I think Christian Watson could be bought low. This is not the number one wide receiver in Green Bay. I think there's a shot he could be, but I would definitely. Somebody says pick up. What about Sean Tucker? Yeah, Sean Tucker should be on here too. I agree with that. I'll put Sean Tucker on here, and I'll place him where I think he would be appropriate. Sean Tucker, to me, is probably still no higher than about this territory right here. And I like Tucker enough. I love Tucker. You probably won't find an analyst that had Tucker higher ranked heading into the early part of the offseason, but once he didn't have a combine, once he was not cleared, once he didn't get drafted, he did fall quite a bit. I would say Tucker goes maybe right here. Maybe even you could say Tucker is right here. So thank you for reminding me on Tucker. I didn't put him on the list yet. Great addition. Appreciate you. Shout out to you. This is the list right here. This is the list. Dobbs, pick him up, but he's not the number one. I'm just telling you right now. Nakua, pick him up, but he's good. He's wide receiver 3, 4 capable, but he's not going to become a wide receiver 2 all season, I don't think. Not in this situation, but he's definitely needing to be grabbed as a wide receiver 3. Zay Flowers is probably a wide receiver, fantasy football wide receiver 2. Zay Flowers is him. He's a midseason monster, and he's already at midseason form walking into week 2 and out of week 1. Midseason monster Zay Flowers. Roshan Johnson, let's go. JSN, I wouldn't be surprised if people drop JSN in a bunch of grandma leagues everywhere. So please keep an eye on your transactions. It can help you win a league if people make stupid moves. This is your waiver wire video for week number 2. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll circle back to this. And now let's get to some fantasy football questions. Let's maybe open some phone lines. Let me get the super chats out of the way. Then we'll open the phone lines right up and try and help every single one of you. Give up Garrett Wilson. Again, the value for Garrett Wilson right now is hard to assess. I would give up anything from 18 to 25 overall talent potentially, but it'd have to be a case-by-case scenario. I don't think you want to try and buy him at his old draft value. You need to take advantage of the potential fear that is induced into this situation. You cannot buy him at old value. Heating Up Podcast offer Mike Evans for Higgins straight up. I don't mind that. I think that could go either way, though. I think people are writing Higgins off, and people are also writing Mike Evans off, and some people are believing in both of them, I think, too much. It just kind of goes. I think Higgins is probably going to be okay. I never thought Higgins was more than a late third to really top of 4th round material. So I think people overspent on Higgins and they're freaking out. And maybe Higgins is one of the better buy low wide receiver 2s that you could buy at almost high end wide receiver 3 value. I venture to say some people could I could conceive people accepting a Flowers for Higgins trade. And I won't sit here and say I wouldn't even wait on that and go, wait a minute, I don't know if I want to trade Flowers. I really love Flowers, but I would say that's where Higgins' values drop to after 1 week. I don't know that it's fair to him, though. I think people are overreacting. This is insane. Bittersweet. To be honest, Rodgers got hurt. Hall said, I'm going to run the rock. Garrett Wilson has an insane catch. Then this field goal. Wow, Smitty. What a great little finish, though, to a really shitty freaking week 1, to be quite frank. I didn't have a good week 1. I didn't feel good about it because I take everything hard. I could have 10 teams doing well, and if I have 2 teams that tank, I feel like all 12 tanked. I take things harder when players get hurt that we love, and now I'm petrified, Peter, in a sense of where Garrett Wilson's value goes down. Where's his floor now? But do I want to sell? No, I don't want to sell. But I'm pissed off. I am pissed off, and it's okay to be pissed off. But I think it's adjust and adapt season every week on this channel. We adjust and adapt better than anybody. And what my job isn't necessarily to cry over spilled milk of the past. I did throw a bit of a temper tantrum at the end of the beginning of the first quarter when Aaron Rodgers went down, and I ended the live stream and walked off. I'd done a 24-hour live stream. For anybody who didn't know, I just did a 24-hour live stream less than 12 hours before that. So I had a little bit of a reason to need some food, to need a little bit of rest. And so I threw a little temper tantrum, and I was a little temper tantrum Tommy, and I got upset, but it's okay. We're allowed to get upset, but it's adjust and adapt season, and we're looking at this situation and we say, what can we tinker tinker with? What can we do? How can we buy low? How can we sell high? That's the key to winning fantasy and adjusting and adapting. Going and getting Dameon Pierce on the low. Going and getting JSN on the low right now. Going and getting a Kenneth Walker, but being careful, but buying him on the low. Picking up Charbonnet when the Charbonnet owner drops him, or the Walker owner drops him. We pick up Charbonnet. Now you can maybe go after Walker if Walker has a little bit of a dip, and now you can have the duo. There's so many things to be alert about, to be on your toes about, to hit the waiver wire and hit the transaction history. Like I said, one of the most important pieces of fantasy insight you're going to get the entire year is keep tabs on the transaction history, especially if you turn off your notifications for the particular fantasy league platform app we're talking about. You'll miss somebody drop London. You'll miss somebody drop Charbonnet. And then you'll look later and go, oh, God, London was out there? And I think, oh, my God. Okay, Rashid Shaheed season, let's go. Blake, he could be pretty good. I just don't know if I would rank him any higher than like a wide receiver 4 right now. I think he's not a wide receiver 3, but I think he's got wide receiver 3 upside at times. Am I dropping Charbonnet for anyone on this list? Maybe Roshan Johnson or obviously Flowers, but that's about it, bro. I don't know that I'm dropping him. I'm figuring out another way to pick up these guys versus dropping Charbonnet, but your situation might be impossible in terms of keeping him. But every league's different. The size of league is different. Drop Sky Moore, Bateman, or McKinnon for Zach Wilson. It depends on your quarterback situation. You only have Dak, though. I just read that. Damn. Zach Wilson's not better than Dak. So I'm going to say no in terms of like dropping McKinnon or probably drop Bateman. I drop Bateman for Zach. You do need a backup quarterback in case Dak doesn't do well. But am I starting Zach Wilson over Dak? Probably not right now. Plus the Cowboys won. And while he didn't produce, there's at least momentum for him. Great game. Brees is back, baby, to the moon. Let's go. Go get Brees, baby. Go get Brees to Bolt.
Get Brees.
Appreciate you, DeBall. Again, waiver wire list is right here. If anybody needs it, appreciate every single one of you. DeBall, thank you for dropping the super chat. This right here, concern with the Achilles, not good, says Jets coach. Yeah, we're worried about the Achilles. I said that from the start. It's right on screen, and it is definitely a concern. Is Brees Hall on the ship to the moon? He's on the Moon Men list. He's been on the Moon Men list.
The Moon Men. Dropping loads in outer
Brees
space.
Hall is on the Moon Men list. He's been on the Moon Men list. He will stay on the Moon Men list. He's also on the midseason monster list because there was a chance that he was going to take time to get going. We wanted people to understand and hit this in 2 spots, but he's always been on the Moon Men list.
The tripod, likened to pyramids in ancient Egypt, consists of drafting either Joe Burrow or Jalen Hurts.
Let me talk about this right now.
And one of Olave, Watson, Wilson, or Chase.
These guys are still buy lows across the top on the top line. Joe Burrow is a buy low. Hurts a buy low. Fields a buy low. Olave's not gonna buy him low. Garrett Wilson you can buy low. Christian Watson buy low. Jamar Chase buy low. Brees Hall, good luck buying him low. Bijan, you could buy him lower than you should, but probably not buying low. Gibbs, you can buy him lower than you should, probably not buying low. What's amazing, though, is only Olave is probably someone you can't really buy somewhat lower or low. It's crazy. Some of these players. We had a fantasy football drought in week 1, and people really need to come to terms that it wasn't just you. The world doesn't revolve around just you. I know you feel like you're the only one that did bad. Everybody did bad. And if somebody did good against you, they had 5 teams that did bad on top of that. So you got to understand that the alignment of a team doing good this week was pretty hard to have it all line up. But anybody that scored 130 against you or whatever, they had a perfect storm against you, and they've got 5 leagues where they crapped the bed as well. Brees Hall on the moon ship. He's already on the moon. He should be on the Marsmen list right now, but he's not currently. We took him off because of the slow start and said let's put him on let's keep him on the Moonman list, but let's put him on the midseason monster list to kind of make sure we're hitting him in 2 spots. But honestly, he looks so good. Brees Hall he's 8 foot tall.
Brees Hall is 8 foot tall. He will always answer the mother freaking call. Don't let him fall. In the third, don't stall. Just give Batman the freaking football.
He's Brees. He's Brees.
He does a hell of a job. A whole of a job. A whole of a job.
Brees Hall, please report to the moon.
He does a jale mayor.
I think I've decided to move the waiver wire show to this specific time frame. So all 1,100 of you. First of all, there's 1,100 of you in here. Punch that thumb up button. We only have 211 thumbs up. We got 1,100 people in here. I want everyone in here to know that the new waiver wire time slot is this time slot. Immediately following the Monday night game, or if there's 2 Monday night games, immediately following the Monday night, the last Monday night game, we will do the waiver wire show. Immediately. We'll even go live right when the final maybe minute or 2 of the game are going, so we can gain some momentum into the stream. But we will be live for waiver wire. I was going to do it on Sundays, but it doesn't make sense to do it because look at the game. And then it's just like, what am I going to do, a second waiver wire show? And I don't care if people are beating me to it on Sunday night. Oh, let's get the waiver wire up to get the algorithm popping. I could give 2 shiats about the algorithm if it doesn't help you. So new rule, waiver wire show is immediately following the Monday night game. Case closed. Great game for Brees. Let's go. Appreciate your super chat. This super chat from David. David says, is Brees Hall on the ship? Oh, I just read that one. It's worth reading again. Thank you. Appreciate you. Have Bijan and Walker only 5 bench points. Have Charbonnet. Bench spots. Have Charbonnet. I mean, if you've got Walker, you can't cut Charbs. You just can't. I mean, do I find a way to get Roshan? I try, but 5 bench spots is nothing, bro. You'll always have plentiful waiver wire players, but you can't drop Charbonnet. You can't. Not if you've got Walker. Trade CMC for Ramondre and Ridley. I'd probably say no right now, Beacons. I feel like Ramondre's shaky to me. I like him, but he's shaky. If you were to get a different player than Ramondre, if you got like a Gibbs, I could say yes to that, but I'm not going to say that to Ramondre. I love Ridley, but I'm not saying that to Ramondre. Kamara for Walker, I have ETN and Hall. I would rather have, in your situation, bro, I would rather have the upside of Kamara, I think. Because if you have Charbonnet, maybe, but I think Kamara, given that you have Etienne and Hall popping off right now, I think I wait on Kamara for your situation. Kamara, I hate to say, has probably as much, if not craftier value than Walker, just because I don't know, if I'm being honest with myself, I don't know what is in store for Walker this year. I still love him. I'm still buying him low. He looked fantastic, but maybe they don't use him as much as we want. He got, 12 carries or whatever the hell it was. He looked great doing it, and he had great production, but I would probably take the chance on Kamara. In fact, I might have an episode where we talk about when, and I'm probably going to do that tomorrow, when to go get Kamara, when to go get JT. The answer is now. Go get both of them right this very second. Should I drop Zach Moss for Puka? You should have already done it. Alex, you should have already done it, yes. But if Zay Flowers is there, clearly pick him up. Try to trade Wilson for CD Garrett or with Rodgers' injury. I would say maybe Wilson for CD is a straight-up swap right now. Like, trust your gut. I wouldn't be shocked if Garrett Wilson still balled out. Remember, he had over 1,000 yards as a rookie with shitty quarterback play. So could he still come out and deliver insane production? Absolutely. So I would say that's about where Garrett Wilson's leveled out at. Unfortunately, I can't call him a top 8 overall player right now. If I'm being honest with the situation, it has changed. I would say rank him in the 12 to 15 where CeeDee Lamb is ranked. So that's a very even trade. And there's risk on both sides, though. Is Dak any better than a great, run game and great defense and good field position Garrett Wilson? Or are we worried? And Dallas, the defense is amazing, but Dak worries me. Was it just the New York Giants? Will we see the defense be able to continue to help the offense get into good field position and ball out? Will they continue to run more? McCarthy wanted to run the damn ball. Dak threw 0 touchdowns. So it's a little concerning, but they're pretty close to even. Smitty should do a waiver wire Monday night to end the week. Oh, that's actually what I just said. That's hilarious that you just said that. We're definitely moving the waiver wire to this particular time slot. As soon as the game's over, the waiver wire show begins. Praying Jets go get Tom Brady. Wouldn't that be interesting? Why would he do that, though, when he owns a part of the Raiders, though? It just doesn't make sense that it would happen. That sucked. Last catch put him up 1 point, says Grigor. I'm sorry, Grigor. I appreciate you, my guy. Thank you so much. That sucks. Grigor was literally trying to he was going at this guy. He had Diggs and Josh Allen, if I remember correctly. And that last catch, Grigor lost the bet on. I'm sorry, Grigor. I'm so sorry, bro. And Grigor said he's going to come in and drop a big super chat if he won, or a small one if he lost. And look what I did. And I told him probably would double down on that, because it was a very close line, though, and clearly one catch won it. I'm so sorry, Grigor. That sucks, bro. Josh Allen. How did Josh Allen score that many points, though, Grieger? Didn't you need like a big game out of Josh Allen? He had one touchdown, and he had one touchdown, bro, and 236 yards and 3 INTs. And Diggs had a good day, but he only had 102 and 1. Grieger, you should have won that game. By my calculations, you should have still won that game. Josh Allen didn't do anything. Traded Sanders. We calculated that Josh Allen needed 3 touchdowns and 300 yards for you to lose that game, and Diggs to get 90 and a touch. I don't understand how you lost that game. Traded Sanders for Breece Hall. Is that a win? Absolutely got him, bro.
Got him.
You blasted that man to oblivion on that trade. Breece Hall to the moon. You straight up Breece Halled him, bro. You straight up Breece Halled your friend. Your friend's probably not going to talk to you ever again. Scooby, Scotty Doo, my Rodgers out. Need a quarterback. St. Brown for Allen or Hurts. Yes, I would trade, but I would try and get more, because think about it from a draft perspective. St. Brown's going top 12. Quarterbacks are going like in the 3rd round. So I probably would ask for something else if you can get it done. But you are in a bind, and I think that Josh Allen and Hurts are very good buy lows. I would probably go after Jalen Hurts if I were you, though. But that's definitely a move you might need to look at. In Superflex, I have Hurts, Rodgers. Landon says, feared torn Achilles. Best QB on waivers is Howell, Mayfield, Carr, Mac Jones. I'd probably go with Carr if it were me. You have Khalil Herbert, Goddard, Hollywood, Dell as pieces I could give up for Russ, Danny Dimes, Kirk, or Purdy. I would give up any one of those pieces for Brock Purdy. I think that will be a safe maneuver for you, especially in Superflex. Like, if you get Brock Purdy for one of those pieces, that's a great move. But I would definitely pick up Derek Carr. In this particular league, 5 running back cap, half PPR, I have Kamara, Cook, Tank, Pierce, Warren. Considering trading Kamara for Jonathan Taylor and placing him on IR and grabbing either Williams or Kelly, I would not do that, bro, because Kamara feels like a safer option than JT. I would rather have Kamara over JT. Knowing what we know right now, Kamara coming back after 3 games, JT missing 1 more and not knowing where he's going to be. I know he'd pass a physical. We heard if he was able to take one today. Russell Wilson or Love on waivers. Go Love. Do you see? Look at my waiver wire, Pyro. Here's my waiver wire. You see, I've got Jordan Love as potentially league winning. That 69% is not a league winning percentage. That percentage is how available is he in leagues. The league percentage for Jordan Love, I said, was an 8 out of 10 for Jordan Love. Jordan Love is an 8 out of 10 of being the best pickup of the year. And for anybody that has no quarterback, it might be a 9 out of 10 in terms of how much value that brings to the table for you. And for anybody missing the waiver wire part of the segment, please rewind the episode or rewatch it, where we go over the entire week 2 waiver wire order, and we do it in fashion like nobody on the internet does. Nobody on YouTube has a show like this. I guarantee you we do it live and we do it well. Okay, so appreciate you, Pyro, for dropping that super chat. We got another one from Trading with JT. We also got another one from Roland. I'm going to put these super chats in the corner and address them right now. So Trading, appreciate you. Roland, appreciate you. Let me get Roland's on here. Roland, thank you for your super chat. And then we got a $20 hauler from Gustavo dropping a wad. Says, thanks, Smitty, you're the best. No, Gustavo, you are. And you dropped a $20 hauler, which means you get a moonshot and a $20 hauler celebration.
Alert. Super chat alert.
That's my main man. Gustavo to the moon. To the moon. Gustavo, appreciate you coming in hot with a $20 hauler. and I appreciate you more than you appreciate me. I promise you. Thank you so much for that. We got another super chat from Snowman. I'm going to put that in the corner here. We got G-Men dropping a super chat. I'll put that in the corner here. And let me just check these off, make sure I got everybody taken care of and in the corner. I've got this one from Varup in the corner. Thank you, Varup. I got Wesley. Thank you, Wesley. I'm putting you here. Rax Poker coming in with a $2 hauler. Rax, appreciate you. Sean with a $2.79 hauler right here. Joey with a $5 hauler. I'm going to come to this question. We're going to open the phone lines to 30-second phone calls in just a moment. So hang tight. Let me get through these super chats, and we will open the phone lines. Bam Cam with a $5 hauler. Devin with a $2 hauler, and this $10 hauler from I don't know, relentless. Okay, relentless. Trying to read your name there. Okay, so let me put all these in the corner and start answering these one by one, and then we'll get straight to the phone call edition of the show. Young dropping a $2 hauler right here. Smitty, I'm drop Hal for love. I've seen enough. Appreciate you. Go get love, my guy. I tried to warn everybody about love before week 1. That's why when we did the week 1 waiver wire show, Roshan was a projected top pickup of the week. I think A-Chain was, then he was a scratch, but he still remains on the list. Roshan was, and Jordan Love was, and Tank Dell was. Didn't get the Tank Dell one right, but I still think he's going to be relevant. Didn't get the A-Chain one right, but I did get the Roshan one, and I did get the Jordan Love one right as far as what this show would look like, and we tried to predict what it would look like if we got in a time machine. Smitty, the GOAT, we appreciate all the hard work you do for us. 1.1K watching. Thank you. Yes, we got 1,087 people in here. Please punch that thumb up button. There's 319 people that have done so far. Please wipe your feet. I appreciate you. Smitty, I was offered Garrett Wilson and DK for Ridley. I would probably take that. God, I love Ridley though. I'd probably take Garrett Wilson and DK. That is a lot of talent to get. Got Bijan, Pollard, Ridley, K9, London, Pickens. I don't know. Let's see what the chat thinks on that. Chat, would you take that trade? Would you rather have Ridley or would you take DK and Garrett Wilson? I still think it's important to know how and to recognize how important and good Garrett Wilson is. Garrett Wilson is still an absolute beast. He does get limited a little bit and capped in terms of value, but I would love to know what people think on that. Let's vote on that one for my guy. Trade Ridley for Garrett Wilson and DK. Please vote on that one. Thank you, Ravoot, for the super chat, and let's see what the chat thinks. Someone said, nah, Ridley. Bobby, appreciate your super chat coming in strong. Thank you, Bobby. We got another $20 hauler from Bryson popping on screen here. $20 hauler from Bryson. Bobby, thank you for the super chat. I'll put that in the corner. Grigor says, I was up 19.98. He had Diggs and Diggs at 21. Yeah, but we did the calculation when you told me the amount, though. When I gave you the advice, it was like 3 touchdown passes and like 300 yards for Josh Allen, and like we said 8 catches for 90 yards and a touchdown for Diggs, and you still would have won. So that's I feel like I don't know. I feel like that maybe we didn't have the right math at the beginning or what. DK and Wilson, Ridley without A-Rod, Ridley. That's tough. Nah, I like Ridley better. Ridley, hit that like button for our boy. I like DK and Garrett Wilson. There's kind of a split here. I would say that it's a 60% Ridley, 65% Ridley on that vote. Bryson, drop a $20 haul.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Bryson, appreciate your $20 hauler. Bryson says 10-man PPR redraft, 2 flex, 1 QB, T-Law, Tua, Walker, Charbonnet, Nick Chubb, Devontae Smith, Gainwell, Penny, Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, Olave, Devontae Smith, London. Your team's very good. I want Kamara, but it's been hard to get him to make any moves first week. Kamara, I mean, honestly, like I said earlier, if you wanted to go safe, you could give up Walker for Kamara, try and keep Charbonnet. I would be okay with that. I think that Kamara's got that kind of value if you wanted to potentially bank on waiting on him. But I also love Walker that much. So I'm kind of torn between that. Given your wide receivers are pretty damn good, you could potentially trade like Garrett Wilson for a Kamara and something. But I don't know that I would sell Garrett Wilson that low. I still think he's a top 12 to 15 overall player. It just moves him out from being what we thought could be a top 3 wide receiver. Without Aaron Rodgers, we have to be realistic and say, is he now a guy that's more 5 to 7, which is still amazing, but we have to be objective and we have to be honest with ourselves. Would I trade Hawkinson if you can even sell him high? Hawkinson in London for a Kamara, that would be a good move. Past that, I don't know that I want you to mess with too much. You got a really, really good team. Drafted Flowers, could drop a Dotson or Pickens to secure the Algier handcuff, complete the K9 Charbonnet Bijan Algier cuffing situation. I'm not dropping Dotson after one game, bro. We can't do it, Snowman. We can't do it. Dotson's a fantastic player that has top 15 wide receiver upside. I'm not dropping Pickens. The same thing there. There'd have to be another player you can drop. You can't tell me that Dotson and Pickens are your two worst players. I cannot, Smitty, approve that situation. I'm sorry, but I please inform me of some different players to drop. Those are not drops to me at all. How much fab for Shaheed and Kelly in Dynasty? I have no clue. Nobody can give you a good answer on how much fab. Anybody that tells you a number, Bobby, stop listening to them immediately, because how in the hell is anybody supposed to know the exact number? The most I can tell you is why I created the confidence scale of the Waiver Wire show, is how confident am I in this player helping you or being like a league winner. There's no real way to say there's a number, a specific number that you can use. There's just no number. There's no number that can be used that is going to be the same across leagues and across formats. Because in my league, you have to drop 100 out of 100 to get a player. And everybody goes through that, and by week 5 or 6, everybody's out of money, but there's no one left to pick up, and it actually makes sense why everybody's dropping 100 out of 100. Literally, if you want Roshan this week, 100 out of 100. In another league, if you drop 50 out of 100, people laugh at you because the most they spend is like 15, 20%. You see what I'm saying, Bobby? So I can't tell you. And I don't know that these guys, my confidence level are for these guys being like league winning for you would be like 3 or 2. Shaheed and Kelly in Dynasty, 3 or 2 of being guys that you should be dropping big fab on. So that's the only way I can help you with that question. But hopefully that gives you a better help than somebody throwing out an arbitrary number. You know what I'm saying? Just trade for Huntley and get a cornerback. Let's see what happens, bro. Trade Barkley and D. Adams for Pollard and Smith. I would take Pollard and Smith, Devontae Smith in a millisecond. Appreciate you. $5 hauler. Do I drop Herbert for Roshan? I'd rather have Roshan, but I don't know that I drop. I drop Juju. I don't keep Juju. I keep the duo together. Don't drop Herbert when you can have the duo finally. You should have already had the duo because I've been telling you to pick up Roshan all freaking offseason. But I love you, pal, and now you can finally get it done. Team is Fields, Bijan, Walker, St. Brown, Ridley, Goddard, Dotson, Sutton, Deion Jackson, Brees, Tank Dell, Algier. What trade should I do? What trade should you do? I love the idea of getting Kamara. I love the idea. Just put Brees Hall right into your lineup. I like the team. I don't think I move anything on this squad, to be honest with you. There's nothing to move. There's nothing to sell high. You can't sell Walker high. You can't sell Fields high. You can't sell. I don't want you to sell St. Brown. You can't. I don't want you to sell Ridley. You can't sell Goddard high. You had nothing. Dotson, nobody's going to take him. Sutton, I'm sure. Can you sell Sutton? Brees Hall is in your lineup. This team is a whole, Joey. You need this team to ball out before you make maneuvers or you're going to end up screwing yourself. Bella, check yourself. By the way, when you called the other day and I hung up on you, I hope you didn't take offense to that. We're trying to do a 30-second call. We're still going to do that today. And if people didn't get in, everybody gets hung up on. So I hope you didn't take offense to that. Bella, check yourself says, treated Jahan Dotson and Christian Kirk, Calvin Ridley. Traded Jahan Dotson, I think you're trying to say. Traded Jahan Dotson and Kirk in for Calvin Ridley. That's fantastic. You got him if you did that.
Got him.
That's an absolute smash. How is James Cook looking? He looked okay. He looked exactly how I thought he would look, where they give him not enough work to really ever be a workhorse monster. Yet again, you know, who knows? They rotated 3 different running backs, so it's like it wasn't. You couldn't really tell. Trade Garrett Wilson for Gibbs. I would take Gibbs over Garrett Wilson right now, or Willie for Pollard. I would rather keep. I guess Pollard. I'd rather go get Pollard, but I love Gibbs and Pollard. They're both absolutely phenomenal. Took your backup QB advice. Have Jordan Love in 45% of my underdog entries. Let's go.
Mashed potatoes.
Yeah, buddy.
You know, a lot of people are going to win leagues off Jordan Love, which is crazy. Jordan Love advice is going to win a lot of leagues because people have trade capability right now. Start Rodgers in London and still won against Tyreek. Nice job, Wesley. Way to do it live. Tom Brady to the Jets. Let's see what happens, bro. And trading with TJ. $5 holler, what are we doing with Garrett Wilson in Dynasty? Do I hold him or look to sell? In Dynasty, I'm not moving him. In Dynasty, he is still an absolute electric elite player. There's no way I'm moving him. Atwell dropping a $5 holler. Smitty, besides how depressing this is about A-Rod, is Garrett Wilson just a hold at this point? As we've talked about, if you can trade him for like a Kamara and something, that's always an entertaining proposition because people might not be able to wait for Kamara, and I'm gonna have a video on that. You know, people that thought they could wait might not be able to wait on JT and Kamara right now. So if you could go get like a Christian Watson and Kamara for Garrett Wilson, you smash it. That's the way to get out of Garrett Wilson if you wanted to get out of Garrett Wilson. Rough first week. How did my team look? My team is Fields, Love, Bijan, Walker, Charbonnet, Javonte Williams, Olave, Ridley, JSN. Very, very good team. Would I love to go get Garrett Wilson or Gibbs? You're the best. Thank you. Appreciate you. I don't know that you have a lot to move. You want to keep Ridley. You want to keep Olave. You could sell Olave high for Gibbs, and like if they had like a Christian Watson or a Dotson they were selling, I would do that. So if you can go to that owner, the Gibbs owner, find out if they've got a wide receiver, and maybe Olave is a good trade in that situation to get Gibbs and a very doubted Dotson or something. I could totally Smitty approve that. And thank you for your super chat, your $27.99 hauler. You are to the freaking moon, man. To the moon. Appreciate you, my boy David. David is the man. David, wrong screen there. David, thank you again. DeVar dropping a $5 hauler. Should I trade for Breece Hall or Gibbs? Or a wide receiver 3. Got Barkley, Pacheco, Pierce. Problem is, what are you going to do? Like, no one's going to take Wilson necessarily for... you could maybe trade Wilson for Gibbs if you wanted to and take that like crazy risk. Try and get more because Wilson probably still has top 15 overall value to most people, and Gibbs is like third round still. So you can get a Dotson or a Pickens that did badly thrown in. I would do that. Barkley, who's going to buy Barkley right now? I don't think the Gibbs owner is going to give you Gibbs for Barkley. Would I do it? I would entertain it. So maybe, and you know, maybe you have to divide and conquer JJ, turn him into 2 players, which I would do if it was like an electric player with Gibbs for JJ, but only if you felt like that was your last resort. Christian Kirk and Chigakonkwo outlooks, both should improve and do better, but Chigakonkwo has a horrible quarterback, and that's potentially his downfall. He got targeted a lot. There were horrible passes. There were congested throws, and it just was a bad situation. Trade my Herbert for Flowers. Kirk should be okay, but he's not going to be what he was with Ridley in town. Trade my Herbert for Flowers. In a heartbeat, I'd take Flowers. Take Flowers. Keep Roshan. Keep Roshan. Don't trade Roshan, but I'd take Flowers in a millisecond. I like Khalil Herbert, but Roshan's coming for his job probably. $10 hauler gets a moonshot. Appreciate you, my broski, for dropping that one. What should I do with Garrett Wilson now that A-Rod is out for the season? Other wide receivers I got are Ridley, Amon-Ra, Mike Williams. I mean, the Kamara and a receiver, like Kamara and a Christian Watson as an example were my best examples. JT and a Christian Watson. Basically, think of it this way. Trade Garrett Wilson for a wide receiver that's also doubted. Dotson, Pickens, Christian Watson. That you feel could surprisingly become comparable, at least in a little way, to Garrett Wilson, and get the Kamara or JT or Cooper Kupp on top of it. That's probably the craftiest way right now, and my biggest piece of advice to people. Tony G says Garrett Wilson for Christian Watson. No, bro. Tony, that is overreacting. Not only is Christian Watson taking a dive, like, how are you any more confident in Christian Watson, who didn't even play? You know, that has the potential hamstring injury. Probably could play week 2, maybe not. We don't know yet. It sounds like he could. But, like, no, bro. Garrett Wilson just caught a touchdown and looked very good. The Jets just won a football game. And I know he takes a little bit of a dive value-wise, but there's no way. Phone lines are open. 30-second phone calls only. Go.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Before I take Brennan Williams off of this phone line, I wanted to say thank you, Brennan, for dropping that $240 super chat. JP with the 11-month membership. Thoughts on Joshua Kelly, Eckler hurt? Definitely grab him. Watch the beginning of the Waiver Wire show. I'll tell you in a second. But Texas Red dropped a $299 super chat last night and he is now the presented by phone line person. So if anybody wants to knock off Texas Red, drop a $300 super chat, and then for the rest of the month, you will be the phone line person. 818 caller, you're live on the show. Who is this, and where are you calling from? 818 caller. Okay, that person obviously doesn't want to play today. The Redwood is calling in. I got Donnie Bravo. Donnie Bravo, you're live on the show. Donnie Bravo, what can I do for you, Donnie?
Hey, Smitty. Hope that all is well. I'm looking to buy Brees Hall and Zay Flowers.
Okay.
It's
bro.
I'm gonna pay heavy. I'm gonna pay high for him.
Go ahead. I mean, how do you buy Brees Hall right now? It looks like. Hold on, real quickly. Donnie, let me just put this news up that Ian Rappaport is putting that it does appear to be what everybody's fearing. At least it looks like it's going to be an Achilles for Aaron Rodgers, which is awful. It's the worst news. And if he's going to ever play again, this is probably a retirement thing, I'd imagine. But here's the news here from Ian Rappaport. The Jets believe it's an Achilles injury for QB Aaron Rodgers. Sources say MRI tomorrow. They can really test this immediately. The reason why we know it's probably the Achilles is there's some reflex tests that they do where they literally grab your leg and they squeeze and do things with the leg, and they can tell, just like the ACL, they'll pull on the knee and they can find out if there's any lax in the knee. If you find out somebody's got an ACL, you pull their leg like this, there's no movement. But if you pull on someone's leg that doesn't have an ACL, you can literally see and feel the joint go like this. It goes like this. The ACL is responsible for keeping the knee joint tight, the ACL and the PCL. And when you tear that, oh, where's my knee model? Where's my knee model when I need it? Here's the foot right here. Here's the knee. When you pull on the ACL or on the knee like this, the knee doesn't move. Without the ACL, the knee goes like this. It flexes forward, or that the PCL flexes backwards. So the same thing with an Achilles. You can literally take the person's calf area, and you can do some manipulating and see if there's movement and there's attached Achilles. If the Achilles is not attached, there's no movement in some of their tests that they do. So they pretty much already know that his Achilles is torn. So that's unfortunate for Aaron Rodgers. Achilles injury. It appears it is the worst case scenario. Go ahead, Donnie. I'm sorry for the interruption there. You're live.
No worries. So I wanted to buy Brees Hall. Obviously, it's going to be expensive, but I was looking to offer Javonte, Dobbs, and Dotson, and also Zay Flowers. So it'll be Brees Hall and Flowers for Javonte, Dobbs, and Dotson.
Can I ask you a question?
Is that overpaying?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
This has not been brought to you or anything, or this is just you coming up with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
He
first.
said I'll think about it. So.
I don't. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. But first of all, I think you're asking for a little too much with Flowers. You're getting a little greedy there. But
Okay.
I'm not saying don't take it if he takes it. I'm not saying to go retract it now. I'm just saying, man, if he does that, this sounds like an offer he's going to go to somebody and come back and tell you a hard no. Either he didn't look at the stats, or this is like an unaware Unger, and he just doesn't know what happened, and he's going to look up the stats and go, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and play it out until next week and see how things shake out. This guy probably won't accept that, but if he did, I will send you on a victory lap above all victory laps. If you can get Zay Flowers, repeat the trade for me one more time.
It was Brees Hall and Zay Flowers.
To you.
And I would be giving up Javonte, Dobbs, and Dotson.
Yeah, and I love Dotson. I love Javonte, but Brees Hall just showed us what Brees Hall is and what he's capable of doing. And Flowers is every bit as good as really any wide receiver, like low-end wide receiver 2 right now. He's fantastic, bro. So, yeah, good luck on that. And when I say you were getting greedy, I'm just merely trying to emphasize if you pull that off, you do an amazing trade. You know what I'm saying? Don't take Flowers out of it. I still try and get him, but that would be a good trade, bro.
Yeah.
All right, Donnie.
Can I ask you one more question?
Yeah.
Quick question?
Yeah.
What running backs can I offer for Kamara? Would you offer Javonte for Kamara?
I would, absolutely. Give me Kamara all day long over Javonte. And that's no knock on Javonte. That is a combination of him coming back, being in a rotation that I don't know when the rotation gets kicked free, and in an offense I don't truly trust right now with a coach I don't truly trust. So it doesn't mean I don't like an idea. Like someone could call in and say, hey, who's a good running back to buy low? Javonte. He's a great running back to buy low. Yeah. But if you're going and getting Kamara, I like that better. I just like Kamara. Kamara's a running back one potentially. But, man, things change really quickly. And Javonte, I don't want you to be shocked or mad if I start hitting this, gavel and going crazy when Javonte gets, freed and he starts becoming a full-time workhorse in the NFL again, because I will be on that train too. Like, I love Javonte Williams, but Kamara is a great player to get right now. If you can stay afloat and you're not going to be out of it, 0-3 and be completely playing from behind only. But I do like Kamara a little bit more. I shouldn't say like a lot more, but I do like him more.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Smitty. Have a good night.
All right, Donnie. All right, guys, we're going into the 30-second mode just because we got a lot of callers on the line. I just can't do any different than that. So 30-second mode. I apologize if this upsets anybody when you get hung up on. It is what it is. Please don't take offense to it. First person up is going to be the Redwood. The Redwood, you have 30 seconds, my guy. Go ahead.
Hey, what's up, Smitty? So there's a few quarterbacks on the waiver right now. I've got Dak Prescott right now, and I'm trying to find someone else. So Jordan Love's out there. I don't know if he's going to get snatched up. What do you think about Matt Stafford?
I think he's an injury waiting to happen, but he's okay to grab right now.
And what about Mac Jones? That's the other one I was considering.
I wait and see. I mean, I'd pick him up if you need a quarterback, but I'm not like excited about him. Long term, I think he proved that he might be someone that I might be undervaluing, but it's 1 week.
Okay, I've got Sam Howell as my backup right now. I actually started him this week. And
is this ability to drop a lot of waiver dollars, or are you in a waiver order?
The waiver order.
And are you top one or two?
I'm like right in the middle. I'm like, I think 5 or something.
Okay. Well, good luck getting Jordan Love. You should have already had him. I've been talking about Jordan Love all offseason, but that's all right. I appreciate you, my man.
So Jordan Love, all right.
Oh, yeah. Bro, didn't you just see my waiver wire show, Redwood?
No, I just came in late.
Oh, you didn't? Okay. Make sure you watch the beginning of it, and I talk about Jordan Love winning leagues. If you're in a position like you are, where, let me get the waiver wire order up. If you're in a position like you are, Jordan Love at 69% available in leagues, and he shouldn't be, on the potential how likely are you to win a league board here. So right here, rating of the most likely to win a league, Jordan Love is a freaking 9 for a team that doesn't have a quarterback or got decimated with an injury like Aaron Rodgers or Dak Prescott's their quarterback or whatever the case may be. For people that don't necessarily fully need him, he's got that 8 out of 10 upside to win a league because you can still trade him and you can still maybe even trade your starter. So Jordan Love shouldn't have been out there. I did the pre-waiver wire show for everybody twice to try and say, hey, this is what we're likely going to be looking at in week 2 waiver wire content, that Jordan Love will be, everybody wants to go get him. And certainly everybody wants to go get him. So make sure you stay on top of this waiver show, bro, so that you're ahead of everything a week before. Because when you look at this right now, and we've got Roshan sitting there, if Roshan still stays available in a significant number of leagues walking into week 2, and then we come into the week 3 waiver wire show, everyone's going to be just racing to go get Roshan. Roshan is a potential 9 out of 10 to win a league. Roshan is an absolute monster, and if he's available in your league, you need to run out there and get him. Roshan can absolutely win leagues. 9 out of 10, not 8 out of 10. He's a freaking 9 out of 10 to win a league if you pick him up, hold him, and wait patiently, or use him in a flex role, because he can definitely do that. All right, appreciate you, man.
Okay.
All right, later. Call back if you got another one. We got to go 30 seconds, bro. All right, I'm not listening to anybody's but. I'm hanging up on you after 30 seconds. The rules are the rules. Stefan from Missouri, you have 30 seconds. Go. No ifs, ands, or buts. Go.
All right. Appreciate you, Smitty.
Appreciate you.
I was trying to get some direction for Dell and Warren over Roshan
18 seconds.
for the waiver wire.
Okay, Dell, Roshan, Jalen Warren. Definitely rewatch the show because I literally rank them all and talk about the league winning potential. You're not going to get that kind of in-depth analysis in this 30-second time frame. But rewatch the show. Roshan wins leagues. Jalen Warren's absolutely phenomenal to pick up as well. And Tank Dell is somebody you want as a wide receiver 3 potentially. Maybe wide receiver 4 later. But he doesn't hold that value right now. So he's not like a must grab right now as much as Roshan. Roshan is what Jordan Love was last week coming into this week, and everybody wants him. Everybody's going to be dropping wads of fab on him right now. Everyone's going to do the same thing for Roshan walking into next week if they don't pick him up this week. And he's going to be a hot pickup this week. He'll go from what we have right here on the waiver wire percentage of being available in 85% of leagues. Him scoring a touchdown, having a nice little day, it's going to move that to about 45% minimum. Like he'll be available in just 45% of leagues. At most, like he won't be available in 50 or 60 or 70. That number will go to like 35, 40% easy. But the people that don't get him in those leagues, they'll be rushing the next week to get him. So make sure you get him. Call back if you have another question, but rewatch the show because I break it down. Every single player you just said I break down in order. Grigor, you got 30 seconds. Go.
Smitty. Yeah, man, I lost by 1 point. He only had big. But I have a quick question.
Well, hold on, Grigor. Didn't we talk about? I'm almost positive you and I last night talked and broke down the points. He had.
Yeah, we broke it down. We said he can have 8 catches, which is 4 PPR, 90 yards.
Oh, I thought it was
a touchdown.
I thought it was he had Josh Allen too, and he needed a certain combo of points.
No, he had Jones from the Giants.
Okay.
Like 0 points.
Yeah, my fault, bro. Yeah. Hey, man, I'm so sorry you lost.
Good, man. I wanted to drop 100 on the chat, but I'll get next one. Every week I'll be back. So
yeah, well, we gotta land that next time before I earn that. I'm sorry, bro.
For sure. I have one quick question. Yeah. A guy sent me an offer, Smith for Hall. Would you take it?
Devontae Smith?
Yeah.
Give me Breece Hall, baby.
So I have Hall. So I keep him?
Well, it doesn't change my answer. Yes, sir.
Okay, so you start against the Cowboys next week.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I mean, is it a tough matchup? Yeah, but it doesn't mean I don't make the trade on the long term or anything like that. Or it doesn't mean I trade him away. Breece Hall for me. Right. Now, they picked up Dalvin Cook so that they could ease Hall into things, and I certainly believe that Hall is somebody that could potentially have a lesser game next week. Again, you talk about matchup. We also talk about the fact that he's getting limited. Will he always rip off an 80-yard touch or an 80-yard run? No, he won't. But could he punch in a touchdown? Could he still get 60 total yards? I still very, very, very much like him next week, and I'm not benching him, but there's definitely concern that he might not live up to expectations in week 2 and week 3.
Made me pay. I benched him this week like an idiot, man. Damn.
Well,
right,
he wasn't an easy play though. After we saw Jahmyr Gibbs get limited, after we saw, so I understand why people sat him, and it was hard to play him. It was if you had different options, like you had Jahan Dotson, who had a dream matchup against the Cardinals. Welcome to week 1. Week 1 was a disaster, bro. All right, Grigor, appreciate you. I'm sorry about your loss, bro. All right, later. B-Vol, you got 30 seconds. Go, B-Vol.
Hey, Schmitty. I just wanted to ask your thoughts on this trade. I already have Bijan and Eckler as my running backs, but this guy offered me CD and Mixon. Would you trade him away? Would you trade Eckler away for Mixon and CD?
Eckler away for Mixon and CD? No, I would not. I don't like Mixon, bro.
Okay.
I don't like Mixon at all. I don't want to own Mixon. I'm trading Mixon.
Sounds good.
All right. Hey, good question though. All right. Hey, phone callers, hang tight for me. Thank you, B-Vol. Hang tight for me. Rock out in Laundromat Jack. Hang tight for me. Let me get through these super chats real quick that just came in a little bit ago. Gravy says pick 2, week 2, 0.5 PPR Hall, K9, Brian Robinson, Javonte. The matchups are not. I can't sit Walker and Hall. I just can't. Not for Brian Robinson. Javonte might get there, but we didn't necessarily get the volume we wanted to feel ultra confident about week 2. Now, news could change that if let's say Sean Payton came out and said Javonte's getting everything. So we have to reassess it. But for right now, that's my answer. Was offered Gibbs and Dotson for St. Brown or Ridley. Gibbs and Dotson for St. Brown or Ridley. I'm probably going to say no to that because I think St. Brown and Ridley are just literally top 12 overall players, with Garrett Wilson getting bumped out, not very much, but getting bumped out of the top 8 to 12 to maybe 12 to 14. That makes St. Brown and Ridley even that much more valuable. I love the idea of getting Gibbs, bro, but there's no way I'm getting rid of those top 2 wide receivers, Ronnie. I'm just not doing it. Zastro traded Connor plus Hollywood for A.J. Brown. Smitty approved. Connor and Hollywood, absolutely, Zastro.
You've just been Smitty.
That was phenomenal. 2-1 something caller. What is it? 210. Where are you calling from? Or what's your name?
I'm calling. My name's Zach.
Zach from San Antonio. Zach, hang tight for me real quickly. Zach from San Antonio. Let me enter you in the system. If you can mute until I come to you, I'd appreciate it, and then I'll bring you up in a second. Zach from
sure,
you said Sacramento? What is it? California? Kelly? I think you said Zach from Cali, right? Okay. This one's from 909 caller. Where are you calling from, and what is your name? Okay, that color's gone. Not prepared. That's right. Zastro, nice job getting A.J. Brown. I'd buy low on A.J. Brown at that value all day long. That's not even close, bro. Let me put this caller on hold here. 951 caller, where are you calling from, and what is your name, 951 caller?
Taylor, I sent you in a Moon Man shot, so maybe I can get a Moon Man at the end of this. I won my league today. I have 2...
All right, hey Taylor, hang tight. I'm going to put you on hold. I'm going to put you on hold here. I just wanted to answer the call for you. Where are you calling from, Taylor?
Okay. From Southern California.
It's from Cali. Okay. Hang tight for me. I'll be back for you, pal. Thank you very much. And let me put this caller on hold one more time. 909 caller, where are you calling from, and what's your name? All right, that guy's gone. He doesn't know what he's doing. Okay, let's get these super chats out of the way real quickly, and then I'm coming for the callers. Concerned about Breece's speed. Why are you concerned about Breece's speed, Joey? What in the hell are you talking about? I posted this on Instagram. I posted the run on Instagram. He broke off this 80-yard run. And against a really good defense. And everybody started saying, if he was really good and back to form, he would have had a touchdown. The guy's, does he have his endurance yet, maybe? Or potentially, was it his, you get tired, you're cutting back, you're making moves, you got some wiggle. He runs 23 miles per hour. I'm not concerned about his speed at all. He's clocked at 23 miles per hour in practice. He looked so quick. He looked so slippery. I rewatched it. I'm like, am I blind? Am I just biased toward Breece Hall? I pulled it up and looked at it. There's nothing wrong with his speed at all. Is he as quick as he probably will be in week 5? No, but that's not a concern, Joey. The word you use, concern, are the comments in a lot of the chats. And I'm not mad at you, Joey. I'm just trying to passionately answer the question. But words like, watch, he'll be even quicker, Smitty. That I'd be fine with. If somebody said, Smitty, just wait until week 5 when he's absolutely 100%. That'd be like, yeah, let's go, bro. Get on your horse. But people are actually saying things like, Joey, no offense, Joey, but concerned about his speed, concerned about this. The man just went out and had 127 yards on 10 carries, 10 totes to the rock, 12 yards a pop. And we're concerned about his speed? I don't think so, Joey. I don't think so. But Joey, I appreciate you. Vega with the $5 hauler here and out. What should I do with Garrett Wilson? I got Ridley, Lockett, Dotson, and Elijah Moore. There's, of course, the potential Kamara trade that we talked about. You get a little bit more. There's Debo and something more. There's by Christian Watson and a JT. Like, things like that are the only thing I would even entertain, really, unless you're going to trade them for, I don't know, bro, like some sort of like, I mean, there's all kinds of ways you could go about this, but I would target, if you're going to trade them, I would target like a Lamb. I would target if you wanted to get out for whatever reason. But I think people need to understand that his value may have dropped with Aaron Rodgers out, but it only goes from like 8 to 12 to about 12 to 15. And he proved tonight how good he is. And Zach Wilson wasn't fully ready, and they'll be more prepared. I think they realized that Garrett Wilson helped almost win this game. And so, they're going to be looking to potentially, he helped to win this game. They'll be looking to potentially use Garrett Wilson in more crucial situations. But let's go over to the next caller, and then I'm gonna answer these questions. But definitely feel like people are gonna have a knee-jerk reaction to sell him, and I have so many of those questions. I mean, he literally helped single-handedly win the game. Garrett Wilson was phenomenal. I think that's what the Jets coaching staff is going to focus on. Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson. How do we help support Zach Wilson, and how do we get the ball in the hands of our playmakers? What about a lot of short passes to Garrett Wilson, similar to Deebo Samuel, the year Deebo Samuel broke out in 2021? Can we get the ball in the hands of Garrett Wilson versus having to have Zach Wilson deliver the ball downfield to Garrett Wilson all the time? I think we'll probably see a lot of game planning around him. So people can freak out all they want. I'll be there to scoop up and buy Garrett Wilson on that cheap. I'm okay trading him, but you have to get like a combination of very, very good talent. A Kamara and like Christian Watson, something like that, where somebody's down and out, as you mentioned, and they need to get rid of Kamara right now. Their grand plan was to wait on Kamara. Their grand plan was to wait on JT. But now being 0-1 with having devastation on their team, they're probably saying, I can't afford to wait on Kamara anymore. I can't afford to wait on JT. I can't afford to wait on Cooper Kupp. Those become free players in a small player downgrade from Garrett Wilson to said player. That's what I would look to do if you were going to try and get out of the Garrett Wilson game. But I don't know that I'm going to. And do I drop Khalil Herbert for Puka, Roshan, or Gainwell? I don't think Herbert's a good drop. I think there's got to be a worse player on your team. I think Puka's great to pick up. I think Roshan's a must to pick up. But I can't condone dropping Khalil Herbert just yet. Especially if you're going and getting Roshan. Like, it's kind of like you need both of them. And Khalil Herbert's not done yet. Roshan is a potential likely riser, but Khalil Herbert still has something to say. Are we selling Andrews or holding him? Depends on the offer. I certainly don't know that I believe he stays healthy at this point, coming off of a very oft-injured and continuously injured season last year, and coming back and still disappointing, and now he's here injured again, and I buy low, but do I sell him low? No. Do I sell him medium? Maybe. Do I sell him in a crafty fashion? Buy low on a Debo, buy low on something else? Maybe. I would take that approach. Good luck buying Breece Hall now. Breece Hall was one of the most repeated names by me as a buy low player last week, and now he's off the table. You won't be able to get him. Pollard, you can't trade for Pollard. You can't trade for Breece Hall. Probably can't trade for Ridley. Probably can't trade for a number of these players anymore. But there's still a handful of good buy low players. Jalen Hurts is a great buy low. Josh Allen off tonight is a great buy low. Garrett Wilson's a great buy low now that everybody's freaking out about Aaron Rodgers going down. By the way, this is Mark. Mark, appreciate you. Tried calling earlier, but no answer. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate you, my man, for dropping the super chat. And I think I've got a few more super chats that I'll get to right after I take some phone calls. Let me drop those on the screen so that I have them here and everybody knows their question is at least sitting here in queue, ready to be answered. And then we'll hit the 30-second phone calls. Guys, I have to be strict with the 30-second timer. A lot of you have longer questions, and they're not going to fit in. So start planning ahead right now how you're going to ask me this question because I'm going to hang up the line. We got too many people. We got literally like 18 people on the phone right now. Let me go to Marsman Rockout first. Marsman Rockout, you have a little over 30 seconds because you're a Marsman, but I do have to stick to the timer. I'll start it in a minute. Rockout, go ahead.
Yeah, I sent you a DM. It's not audio, but I sent you a message like in 9:16.
Okay. I'll go check it out. You want to repeat it here, or you want me to do it privately? Like, is it a trade you want out there known, or is it something you want me to tell you after?
You can tell me after.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to ask? 30 seconds is all yours, bro.
And what do you think about Zach Wilson against the Cowboys? Think you could see ghosts or something?
Yeah, I'm not excited. But then again, like, how do we see any of this coming right now? This is such a crazy week one. I think he probably doesn't have the greatest game, but I'm hopeful that somehow, some way, Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall get to eat in week number 2. So it'll be interesting to see. But appreciate the question, and let's attack that throughout the week for sure, because we're gonna have a lot of start bench questions around Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson. I can guarantee you that. All right, rock out. Appreciate you, my man. I'll go check that out later. Appreciate you.
Right.
Laundromat Jack, you got 30 seconds, bro. Don't shart the bed. You're up.
Hey, Smitty. Hey, I'm in a 10-man, and my running backs right now are Breece Hall and DeAndre Swift, with Kamara and JT out. I got offered Gibbs and Christian Watson for Jamar Chase. I know it sounds like a lot, but I also have a Olave. Would you offer either of them for that package?
Gibbs, you would get Gibbs and Christian Watson for Jamar Chase.
Yes.
I probably would take that. I know a lot of people wouldn't before week 1. I think a lot more people would now. But that's pretty close. It also just depends. If you have Olave, name your lineup. Give me your lineup.
Yeah, I have Olave, Chase, AJ Brown, and my running backs are Breece Hall, Swift, Kamara, and then JT.
Can you use all 3 wide receivers if you were to?
Right now I'm using all 3 receivers. Swift is my RB2 until
can you use, if you were to trade Chase and get Christian Watson and Gibbs, are you not able to use Christian Watson in your lineup? Because if you only start 3 wide receivers,
no, they both would fit in my lineup until Kamara comes back, and then I'd have some good depth.
Can you get a better? I'm not saying I don't like Christian Watson, but can you get a better receiver than Watson?
He has CeeDee Lamb, but he said he wouldn't do that. That's too much. But I can try and offer Olave and keep Chase, maybe. Or
I would.
AJ Brown.
I would try and keep Chase, bro. I would try and keep Chase. If you could do a lot, and I love Olave, but if you could trade Olave for Chase and Gibbs, that would be phenomenal. I would try and keep Chase with your team. I probably would keep Chase, bro.
And just wait it out with Kamara. Yeah.
Yeah.
One more question. With DJ Moore, do you know what happened with him today? Did you watch that game? And would you consider a trade like Pickens for DJ Moore or something like that?
I like them about the same. I'd probably go get DJ Moore. I think DJ Moore bounces back, but Pickens and DJ Moore are both great. All right, got to go, bro. Your time's up. Appreciate you. All right, Zach from Cali. Yeah, keep in your situation. Keep Jamar. Keep Jamar. Chase is going to ball out. Not to mention, if Chase balls out, you could get even more the next week. So you want to wait. Next caller is Zach from Cali.
What's going on, Speedy? I got 2 quick questions. Would you trade Breece Hall for DJ Moore, and would you trade Mike Evans for Kamara?
Would I trade Breece Hall for DJ Moore? Look what Breece just did tonight, man. What are you doing?
So I say yes.
No. Would you trade Breece Hall for DJ Moore? Like, callers, put yourself on. Hey, callers, put yourself on mute. You're not on the spot right now. So mute yourself, or I'll hang up on you. Why would you?
DJ Moore for Breece Hall.
But you said it the other way around.
Yeah, my bad.
Okay, go get Breece Hall. Yes, go get Breece Hall.
And then Mike Evans for Kamara.
Yes, go get Kamara. Kamara's going to be a low end running back 1, bro. Low end running back 1. Absolutely amazing job. You pull off both those moves, you're on your way to winning, bro. All right, later. Appreciate it.
I swapped Sanders for Breece Hall today, so that was a W.
Later. Yeah, that's good. Brooklyn from Florida, you got 30 seconds, bro.
Hey, so I pulled off a pretty good steal before the season started, man. I got rid of Aaron Rodgers for Deshaun Watson. Normally would have taken it, but that literally helped me win week 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just now shot a trade off for Dalvin Cook for JT. What do you think about that one?
Yeah, I'd take JT in a heartbeat, especially if you can wait on him. That's a good move.
Yeah.
That's a league-winning move.
Oh, it already got accepted.
Oh, nice move, bro. I'm saying especially if you can wait on him, though. If you're line up your team, you're conducive to. That's great, bro. Appreciate you. Nice work.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Yeah, my defense literally carried me, bro.
Nice job, yeah.
The Cowboys.
All right.
I won by 2 points.
To the moon. Matt, who hangs up, you're live. You got 30 seconds. Go, bro.
What up, Smith? Thanks for the time. I just got Aaron Rodgers in a 14-team league. My only QB. I just got offered. I trade Jacoby Myers for Anthony Richardson, and my receivers are CeeDee Lamb, AJ.
I don't need to hear your receivers. I don't need to hear your receivers, bro. Yeah, of course I'd take Anthony Richardson for Jacoby Myers.
Okay.
Yeah, you smash it. Smitty approved. Unbelievable. Sweet. Nice job. And you can maneuver around and use quarterbacks like they're trading cards, like they're Pokemon cards later. So nice job. Nice move.
Appreciate you.
Matt, who hangs up? Hanging up on you. Appreciate you. Belichick yourself. You are live. You've got 30 seconds, my guy. Are you ready this time? Are you ready? Prepared?
Yeah, I'm ready, bro.
Okay,
I'm ready.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, so I traded Dotson and I traded Kirk for Ridley. My team now is Fields, Ridley, Moore, Chubb, Gibbs, Laporta, Godwin, and Shaheed and Mostert. And I got Swift. So I'm trying to see if I can trade Swift and maybe Godwin for another piece.
Yeah, Swift and Godwin for maybe you go after Garrett Wilson. Only problem is who's going to trade for Swift.
And I got the number 2 waiver claim this week, and Love is out there, Roshan's out there, and Puka.
Yeah, get Love or Roshan. But who's going to trade for Swift? Nobody's going to trade for him, bro. But maybe you package them together. You can get like a who's the other?
Like Puka?
Yeah, I like Puka. But who's your other player?
I have Chubb, Gibbs, Laporta, Godwin, Mostert, Swift, Rashid, Tank Dell, and Juju.
Yeah. Debo's always a nice little buy low right now. So maybe you can trade that combo for Debo, bro. I love Kamara as a buy low. I love JT as a buy low. I love Debo as a buy low. I love going and getting Christian Watson as a buy low. I think those are all very, very good buy lows.
And Godwin's not good based on maybe just Baker Mayfield, because I do kind of like Godwin. He gets targets.
I just sell them high, bro. I just sell them high.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Smitty.
All right, later, bro. Belichick yourself, everyone. Appreciate you. Avi, you got 30 seconds. Go.
Yeah, I just want to say Breece Hall, he proved me wrong. Steal the 5th round. And Garrett Wilson, so I have him. He looked great tonight, even with Zach Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
I still think he can be like wide receiver 8 to 12, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to try to trade him for like a Chris Olave, a St. Brown. But I'm not necessarily just going to trade him though.
Yeah, you won't.
Right.
You won't get a St. Brown. You won't get a St. Brown, or probably not even a Olave at this point. But I mean, if you can, the best way to get rid of Garrett Wilson, if you wanted to, is to get that crafty combo of players. Like I was saying earlier, like Kamara, who's out, and the person's like, "Crap, I thought I could wait, now I can't." JT, thought I could wait, now I can't wait. So JT or Kamara. And you get somebody that busted in week 1, like Debo or Christian Watson, who crapped the bed. And that's really the only way, I think, to properly get rid of Garrett Wilson. All right, Avi, appreciate your question. And yes, I agree.
Yes, sir.
I agree. Garrett Wilson looked like still looked like a monster, and I don't know why people are trying to run from him so much. Alex Cruz, you're live, bro. Hello, Alex. Alex Cruz? Hello.
Hey, this is Alex from Florida.
What's up, Alex? What can I do for you, pal?
Yeah, so I'm my running back. I want to know who to pick up based on my team. I have Swift and Cook right now in there. I have Kamara on the bench with McKinnon and A-Chain. So now I don't really want to start. Who should I? So I got So these are the people who I could pick up.
Hey, Alex. Good thing.
Roshan.
Hold on, Alex. Good thing you're the first ever YouTube exclusive member because I didn't start the timer, and you've gone through like about 40 seconds without saying anything. Let's start over. Start over. What can I do for you?
You didn't catch that?
I mean, kind of, but you were bouncing all over the place. All right, one more time.
All right. Based off of my team, who should I pick up? Swift, Cook, that's James Cook. I have a McKinnon, A-Chain with Kamara, but he's not going to play. I didn't know who to pick up and play for next week if because Cook, because Swift is just...
Yeah, it's a little early for the matchup stuff, to be honest. Like, I don't have everybody that's the schedules and everything in front of me. But I mean, James Cook is a pretty decent ad. I mean, for him to be sitting there. I love Roshan. I think Roshan is fantastic. What?
James Cook, I have him on the roster.
Okay, so who are you trying to pick up? Name the players you're trying to...
Roshan, Kelly, Kyron Williams, and both of the backs for Baltimore. And who should I pick up?
I love Roshan. I mean, the waiver wire. Like, be sure to watch the beginning of the video. I literally go over this thing right here. Roshan's league winning, bro. League winning.
To start next week.
Well, but still to pick up though. I don't know that I'm gonna not pick him up though. To start next week, he's a pretty good play. Let me just check out what's let's see here. Hold on. Let me go to his. Who the Bears play next week? They play. I'm still a little foggy from my 24-hour live stream.
Tampa. They play
Tampa. Yeah, I play Roshan. I play Roshan. I mean, he had a good outing, bro. He was very, very utilized.
You wouldn't pick up off the chance that Eckler could be out?
I mean, I don't really know that he's going to be out. I know he's nursing the injury. I think that's you're presuming him to be out is risky to miss Roshan. Like, would I rather you start Roshan and potentially miss out on that opportunity, but make sure you have the long-term, value of Roshan? I'd rather have Roshan. Roshan is so much long-term value. I'm not going to pass or punt that to try and maybe have a shot at Kelly getting full workload. And the Chargers play. Who do the Chargers play next week?
They play the Titans, so that's not a great match.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know, Alex. You could pick up Roshan and still potentially try and pick up Kelly. Put in 2 claims. You never know. Kelly may not. You'd be surprised. Sometimes you think you won't get 2 claims, and you do.
All right. You wouldn't touch the Baltimore backs?
No. Who would you grab? Which one?
Both of them are there.
No, but which one? Gus or Hill? Who would you get? 5 seconds. Who would you get? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick. You couldn't pick.
Hill. I'd get Hill.
but you didn't know because we don't know. It's like who the hell knows? Not to mention Melvin Gordon. Not to mention Kareem Hunt. My guess is the starter in week 7 or 8 won't even be out there. Like, the person that's playing in week 7 or 8 isn't on the team right now or in the rotation or whatever. So they're running back by committee by nature there, and now they've got 2 RBs. Hill's interesting. Like, could I eat my words later? I suppose, bro. I suppose, but
yeah.
but
I need a guy for week 2.
I know, but but don't just think week 2. Roshan's a league winner. Like, he's sitting right there. If you
go with him. I'll go. I hear you.
Yeah. For week 2, what about Tucker? What about Bigsby? If you miss out on Kelly, put a claim in for Kelly. But what about Spears? What about
I think
those are all similar values to Hill anyway. Jaylen Warren, keep an eye out on who gets cut, Alex, because if Jaylen Warren gets cut, if a player like I don't know. Like, you're about to cut Swift, right? You have Swift. There's a lot of players that could get cut. I'm not saying Swift's great to pick up, but there are a lot of people.
Cut Swift,
but some people will. Yeah. In some leagues, you might see him get cut. I'm just saying, monitor the waiver wire transactions because someone's going to cut somebody you can maybe pick up. All right, bro. Appreciate you all. Just put in multiple claims. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, appreciate you, Alex.
Yeah.
You're the man. I'm just messing with you too. Everybody else says 30 seconds but you, Alex. So you're special. I want you to know that. All right.
All right.
Later, Alex. Okay, back to the 30-second timer. Alex has been here since there was like five or 10 followers. So Alex gets special treatment, unfortunately, for everybody else. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Now we're going to go to the Redwood. I'm going to get everybody out the phone line. We're not going to take any more phone calls. So sorry, guys. The phone lines are going to be closed here. The Redwood.
Hey, what's up, Sweet?
Yeah, 30 seconds. Go.
So he kind of touched on some of the stuff I was wondering about, because I was wondering about Kelly versus Roshan. I know you're high on Roshan, but you don't think that. So let me ask you this: I have Kincaid. I have Evans. Should I drop him and just take both, or should I keep Kincaid?
Kincaid versus who?
Not Evans. Evan Ingram. My bad.
Okay, I'm like, what do you?
I already have Evan Ingram.
I mean,
it seems like he's going to be pretty solid.
I want Evan Ingram,
or do I add to my running back depth?
I want Evan Ingram and I want Kincaid, but I want Roshan over Kincaid, but I want all three. You know, like, I don't know. It depends on how you can maneuver this, but absolutely love freaking Kincaid on the season, but love Roshan.
So my RBs that I have, though, I have Gibbs, ETN, and Miles Sanders Miles Sanders is on the bench right now. So, like, should I focus more on adding to my running back depth just in case, or should I like try to keep both tight ends?
It's catch-22, bro. I mean, like I said, Roshan is my 9 out of 10 league winner. Like, I don't know how many more times I'm not saying this to you, bro, but how many times I can emphasize how much to pick up Roshan. Everybody else is secondary. Kincaid needs to also be added, but if I'm put in a box, Roshan Johnson needs to be grabbed. You know, Kincaid can help win a league. Roshan can win you a league. You know what I mean? Okay. So, but grab both. Grab both. Figure out a way to grab both if you can, but if you have to grab one, Roshan is potentially a starting running back, you know, very, very soon, if not like already. We'll see what his workload is in week 2, but I absolutely love him, bro. All right, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you for calling in, Redwood. Phone lines will be open tomorrow when we do the show. Doc, you got 30 seconds, Doc. Appreciate you, my man.
Hey, how you doing, Smitty?
I'm good, bro.
Long time no speak, man. I got kind of whacked in one of my leagues, but I'm going to tell you now, I'm really high on Bijan. I got Algier in my draft. And given how much use Algier got this first game, do you think his role will continue at this rate, or do you think Bijan's going to ultimately end up being the number one back, getting majority of the work?
Yeah, good question. Bijan ultimately gets majority of the work, but I think Algier is going to carve out a role all year long, but it won't be. It'll be a little bit lesser, I think, as Bijan starts making plays. You know what I mean? So appreciate your question. Got to stick to the 30-second timer. Appreciate you, my boy Doc. Doc calling tomorrow when the phones are open. Justin, 30 seconds.
No
30 seconds. I'm hanging up on you. I'm being so strict with this. I don't even care. I'm sorry. Go.
All right. Hey,
Hold on. Who's talking over Justin's time? Is that Cody? Cody? Cody?
Yo, I'm here. I didn't spoke yet. I just called in.
I know, but Cody, Justin was in the middle he had 27 seconds left. I'm taking 2 of your seconds away, and I'm giving them to Justin. Justin, you got 32 seconds. Go.
Hey, thanks, bro.
Hey, Smitty.
Whoa. Who's talking now? Who's interrupting now?
Like I said, I haven't said a word, but...
Okay. All right, go ahead. You got 33 seconds, Justin. Go.
All right, I got Justin Fields, James Cook, Miles Sanders, Tyreek Hill, Garrett Wilson.
Justin, you have 30 seconds. Justin, I can't hear your team in 30 seconds. You got to give me a question. I can't do a roster review in 30 seconds.
Okay, I'm trying to strengthen at my running back. I got James Cook and Miles Sanders, Khalil Herbert, and Roshan Johnson. But I'm so strong at wide receiver, but I need to strengthen my running back core. I don't trust Miles Sanders.
Yeah,
so
I didn't either.
What can I do to make moves out on the roster you heard?
Go get Kamara. Go get JT. Go try and trade one wide receiver for a guy you believe is quietly near as good as a receiver you're giving up. And so a Kamara Debo, a Kamara Christian Watson type of example is I think where it's at for you. Okay, Justin, appreciate you calling tomorrow. Let's dig into it more tomorrow. But that's the kind of thinking that I'd go to the Kamara owner, go to the JT owner, go to the other players that come to mind. Damian Pierce did really bad, so you can get like a Christian Watson and Damian Pierce, a Debo and Damian Pierce. Those are all good. I think potential places to poke around at. Call in tomorrow, Justin. Appreciate you. Cody, you're live. You got 28 seconds.
Hey, what's up, bro?
What's up?
So basically, I'm looking to get some players. Like I've got Gibson that I drafted in the last round. Pickens, George Pickens. So unfortunately, my league turned out to be a smaller league. Right now, I've got Tyler Algier and Rashawn for running back. And I can even grab Jacoby
Bro, you're out.
Myers, but
You're out of. You're out of
question.
time. You're out of time. Hit me with the question. I gotta hang up. There's 30 seconds. You can't. This whole roster evaluation stuff. You guys can't fit it in. Like I'm trying to be is giving as much leeway as I can during. It's almost a game. I don't want anybody to take offense to it. Usually someone gets mad. They get hung up on. They get mad. They take it personally. It's almost a game. But like you didn't even have. You couldn't even got this finished if you got another 45 seconds. Like, what is the question? And I'll try.
Tyler Algier or Rashawn Johnson.
I'm going to go. Look, they both need to be grabbed. As I mentioned in the waiver wire show, you might want to watch that too. It'll help you. But I'll say that, like, if I had to pick one, Roshan's my league winner. I literally, at the beginning of the show, hammer it home. But if you're a Bijan owner, Algier is a must. And I find another way to get both on my roster. I figure it out. Trade two players away for one, open up a spot, because Roshan's that important. But if you are a Bijan owner, you need to bypass that a little bit and say, give me the combo. You should have already had it if you have Bijan. If you don't have Bijan,
I'm not. Bro, this is the waiver wire show, right? So yeah. I'm saying that I got Algier and I got Johnson on the waiver wire right now.
Yeah, I know. Right.
Which one?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you that if you own Bijan, and I don't know if you do.
Don't.
Okay, but anybody that does, Algier could leapfrog because it's a must. But if you don't own Bijan, I'm literally saying the entire show, I've said it like 5 callers in a row right before you, that Roshan is league winning. He's league winning. He's the one guy that can literally come in and win your league that's on the waiver wire right now. And so he above all players. Huh?
Okay, so if you had an open roster on your league, you would take Rashawn Johnson over Tyler Algier.
Oh my God. Cody, I love you, pal, but you're way over time and I'm literally repeating myself with you. Like what did I just say? Like but Cody, but didn't I just say that? Didn't I just said that.
I don't know. I guess apparently when I talk, I can't hear you. So I don't know.
All right. Well, let me say it one more time, Cody. And I appreciate you. I'm not mad at you. I'm just this game gets somebody upset, and I'm trying to keep everything condensed in 30 seconds. If you go watch the beginning of the show, you'll get it mapped out for you. But Roshan Johnson wins leagues. Roshan Johnson wins leagues. He doesn't have anybody in front of him necessarily that he can't unseat. Whereas Tyler Algier has to have an injury in order for him to win you a league. He has to. He can't win you a league from this reserve role. He's not going to get 2 touchdowns every week. He is not the number 1 running back. Roshan can become the starter. He's great. He's a good pickup. You should, Algier cannot become the starter. Algier is good. You should pick him up. You should pick up both of them. He's a fantastic flex player right now. He's going to get good work, but Roshan can win you a league. Could either one win a league? Absolutely. But again, Bijan needs to go down for Algier to win a league. All right. Appreciate you, Cody. Don't take offense to it. Call in next time. I'm not mad at you in any way, shape, or form, Cody. You're still my boy. All right.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah, watch the beginning of the show. Okay. I'm telling you, Young, you know I love you, Young. don't get mad at me, but you literally have 30 seconds. You and Justin have 30 seconds. I'm putting down the hammer. I'm too nice. I'm too nice of a guy. I don't hang up on you guys. I feel bad, and I'm doing it now. I'm hanging up if you don't get it out. 30 seconds. Go, Young.
All right, you already approved the Khalil Herbert to get Zay Flowers. I'm over here trying to trade. What do you think about trading Dotson for Kamara?
Dotson for Kamara. I'd definitely take Kamara, bro. I'd definitely take Kamara.
Yeah?
I love Dotson, but I'd take Kamara in a heartbeat.
Me too.
Low-end running back one. Do it live.
For sure, Smitty. And then you already, I was either going Howell or Love for my backup, and I went Howell. So I'm gonna try to get Love off of waivers and drop Howell.
Why'd you do Howell over Love though?
I liked his rushing upside.
Okay, that's right. Go get Love.
It was between them.
Go get Love, bro.
I'm gonna go try to get Love, Smitty.
All right,
Yep.
later. All right,
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, appreciate you, Justin. You have 30 seconds. Go.
Hey, yeah, is Drake London a buy low right now? What would you pay for him?
I'd buy him for sure, yeah. But would I pay even close to 5th round value equivalent? No, because you don't need to. His owner, bro, I can't tell you how many people have said, Smitty, should I cut London and pick up Puka Nacua? And I'm just like, what in the hell? What in the hell? Cody, it's okay. Cody, it's no problem, bro. So don't go buying London at 5th round value. His owner is going to try and sell him for the exact same price he paid. Don't let him do that to you. Don't let him do that to you. You treat London like he's garbage. You treat him like he's cheeks, bro. Like he's a piece of trash. And maybe you even make him a package part of your deal, where you throw London in for free as window dressing. You know what I mean? That's what kind of trash value he has right now to his owner. His owner is petrified. He's a petrified Peter. He wants nothing to do with him. So do not let
Is he
somebody.
still a Moon Man?
I mean, we can't take him off. But do I feel confident in him being a Moon Man? I do feel like he's still got the potential. This is 1 week. Do I feel like maybe they won't throw the ball to him properly? I fear a little bit of that with you guys, but at the same time, we saw a 6-game sample at the end of the year straight. I'm not cherry picking games. Literally the last 6 games, he was on pace for 1,300 yards. So I just think week 1 was weird. It was odd. The run game is going to become a focal point of defenses, and they're going to start throwing the ball a little bit to London. I don't know that Kyle Pitts will survive, but I do love London. All right, bro. Appreciate you, Justin. Thanks for the call. I'll see you later, pal. All right, phone lines are closed. I'm going to get out of here after I answer these super chats. I got a $9.99 holler. Cody, please don't take offense to that. Every time we do that, somebody gets really bent out of shape that they got hung up on. I don't know what it is. It feels disrespectful to somebody, I guess, to get hung up on. But the game calling in. It's a 30-second, show. And the phone lines are closed. I know a few of you are trying to call in, but I'm not answering because we're done. We're done with the phone calls tonight. I'm going to get these super chats out of the way. I'm going to go get a Lou Malnati's frozen pizza before they close here at 11 p.m. Arizona time. And I'm going to put that sucker in the oven. I'm going to bake it. And then I'm going to eat my pie while I sit here and watch Netflix or something for a little while before I fall asleep after my 24-hour live stream drained me into a little nub. Just grinding me down to a little nub. I feel energized. Looking to trade CD for what should I go for? Garrett Wilson and something, Debo and something nice, Kamara and a Debo, Kamara and a Christian Watson. If I'm trading a Debo Samuel, I'm going after all those pieces we've been talking about all show long. My love and Debo for Burrow. That seems like a lot, to be honest. I love Jordan Love that much, and Debo I think is very underrated. I would ask for a little bit more, yeah. I don't think I just, should I ask for more like Burrow and Walker? Of course I would. I would do that in a heartbeat. Lost Rodgers, love Bijan Hall. Love's fine. I mean, Love is pretty decent, bro. I like the idea of buying low on Burrow, but I don't know that I'm giving Debo and Jordan Love for him. I think I would trade like Jordan Love, and I don't know that you have a player lower than that, though, so I understand why you resorted to throwing in a Debo. But I would definitely want to get more. I just don't know that you're going to get Walker, but you certainly could try. If you pulled that off, that'd be pretty nice. Hey, Smitty, trade ideas: QB, Hurts, wide receiver A.J. Brown, Keenan Allen, Ayuk, Pittman, Flowers, Eckler, Hall, Sanders, Swift, Dillon, Higbee, Schultz. Very, very good squad. I think Keenan Allen is a nice sell high. I think Ayuk is a nice hold or sell high. I want to say hold because I think he could continue to play well, but he is a nice sell high. Eckler's banged up right now. Concern about him staying healthy all year, to be honest, at the age of 28, but he looked electric. He looks great. I don't want you to sell low, but you always could poke around. Examples would be like someone has a Garrett Wilson and a freaking Kamara, and you want to potentially go that route, or a CeeDee Lamb and Kamara. You could get something crazy or crafty done. Sanders for Kamara straight up. Debo Samuel for Sanders. Those would be options I would potentially look. Hang on to A.J. Brown and Hurts. Don't trade those guys. Thank you for your super chat, my man. Kevin with a super chat. Kevin, Herbs, Javonte, Connor, Jefferson, Adams, Waddle, Freiermuth, D. Watson, same bye week. Brees, Hall, Pickens, okay. Pacheco, looks like you had Hall on the bench this week. Not your fault. Actually, I wouldn't have started Connor over Hall. No way. I would have probably, in all honesty, wavered between Hall and Javonte. I don't know that I would have started Javonte, but I would never have started Connor. But get Hall into your lineup. Your team's really good. I'd be tempted to trade Adams before. I just don't know how much value he'll have if he has like bad games in a row here in the next 3 or 4 weeks. But he also could have a better week 2, and then you sell him high after week 2 potentially. But this team is very good. Waddle, don't sell low. Connor, I would definitely sell off if you can. Get Hall in your lineup. Connor, and what if you could sell Connor and Waddle for something like try and get out of the Connor situation somehow, some way. Try and sell Connor and Pittman for Kamara or JT. That might be a fun move to make. I like that though. Anthony with the super chat. Anthony says, Lamar plus Odell for Burrow. Of course I would do that. That would be an easy decision for sure. And what was that other part of it? You said something else in there. You said I can also offer Hollywood and London, Sky or Burks. I mean, I wouldn't throw London in. I'd throw in Hollywood or Burks for sort of trades like that to get done. $10 hauler from my boy Maurice. Maurice, appreciate you for dropping this. Smitty, in your opinion, what do I need to do to improve my team? QBs or Fields, Anthony Richardson, Bijan, Madison. I'd probably trade Madison. Keep JT at this point. I'm on Raw Olave. DJ Moore's fantastic. Don't trade DJ Moore on the low. Sutton, or keep Dotson on the low too. Sutton and Madison for one slightly better player. Debo, who comes to mind? Debo, Walker, and Dameon Pierce. Dameon Pierce would be a really nice target for you. I think his owners are probably freaking out a little bit. Have Khalil Herbert and Gibbs. Who do I drop for Roshan, Swift, Dell, Bigsby, also Flowers, and Deontay Johnson on the bench? Deontay should be able to go on IR, and then you can pick him up. Maybe look into that. Honestly, I'm not really high on Deontay. I don't know that I want you dropping anybody else. Dell or Deontay you could drop, and Deontay's hurt. So I probably, honestly, I would consider dropping Deontay or Dell. But I hate dropping Dell, and Deontay's hurt. So should I trade away Olave and Gus for CD? I think Olave still got very similar value to CD. Gus doesn't really do anything for me, so it just comes down to, do you like Olave or CD better? And I think it's a very arguable question. Can we get the chat to vote on that? Don't worry about Gus Edwards. Do you like CD Lamb or Olave more? Can I get a vote from the chat, please? CD Lamb or Olave? Which wide receiver do you like more going forward? CD Lamb has a questionable passing attack led by no touchdown Dak Prescott. But Olave did get banged up, but came back and balled out. I lean toward Olave, bro. I just think Olave's absolute monster. So I probably lean that direction. But part of me wonders if you could, CD Lamb gets you more in a trade, but I go Olave. We got Joshua with the Olave vote, Slim Hussein with the Olave vote. So far, Olave's winning that vote. Which is more likely, Garrett Wilson for Saquon and Flowers, or Wilson and Walker for CMC, or Wilson for Gibbs and Debo? I don't know what's more likely. I love the Gibbs and Debo one, bro. Absolutely love that one. I don't know that you're going to pull that off, though, but if you did, that would be a smash. Christian McCaffrey, that's pretty decent, too, but that's a lot to give up. Wilson and Walker's pretty good. So I don't know that I'm going to do that. Garrett Wilson for Saquon of Flowers. I don't really like that one. I would go after the Gibbs Debo one. That would be one that would make me smile, if you know what I mean. Should I trade CD for Breece Hall and Debo? In a millisecond, Caleb. In an absolute millisecond, take Debo and yes. Gainwell, Roshan, Kelly, PPR best ad. Watch the Waiver Wire show, Isaac. It's Roshan by a mile. The Waiver Wire show is at the beginning of this show, and it will answer in all your hopes and dreams. Appreciate you, but the answer is Roshan. You super chatted, I'm going to answer you for sure. But I want you to watch it because there's a lot of detail in it. So watch the beginning of the show. Roshan's the answer. Drop Warren or Swift for Roshan. I'm gonna drop probably. God, I hate to drop Swift. I wish you could put Swift on IR for being incompetent, or being a waste of space or whatever. I don't like dropping Warren. I'd probably drop Warren for Roshan, but Warren's a guy that I'm telling you to monitor if he gets dropped. 10-team league, $10 hauler. Money with a super chat. Appreciate you, my boy. You said 10-man super flex, 2 wide receiver, number 1 on waivers. Puka, Roshan, Kelly, Algier. I have running back Breece Hall, White. I'm deep at wide receiver, right. Hill, yeah, you're very good at wide receiver. Well, my show at the beginning will tell you Roshan, and I will tell you Roshan. Roshan to the moon, money. He's league winning. Breece Hall to the moon, says Joel. Appreciate you. LOL, dude, what leagues are you all in? Let me in. What is this? Is this a comment because of the... if you're talking about these players being on waivers, if you're talking about the list of waivers, then, I reference your comment inside the show. And I appreciate you. Because there's so many people who are like, in my league, there's never players like that. My league's special. My league's special. No, your league's not special. You just have big benches, Bob. In my league, wish I played. Here's my joke. It's like a dad joke. I wish I played in a league like that. No, your league's not great. The world doesn't revolve around your league. You just have big benches, Bob. That's all it is. Waddle or Olave. Give me Olave all day long. All right, I'm out of here. Appreciate you all. Thank you for the super chats. I will see you all tomorrow. If news breaks, and I'm sure it will, on Aaron Rodgers, who's looking like he has a torn Achilles tendon, I will be going live on that. Appreciate you all. Thank you for joining me for the Waiver Wire show. On that note, go get Breece Hall, who's 8 feet tall. Let's go.
Breece Hall is 8 foot tall. He will always answer the mother freaking call. Don't let him fall. In the third, don't stall. Just give Batman the freaking football.
He's Breece. He's Breece.
He does a hull of a job. A hull of a job. A hull of a job.
Breece Hall, please report to the moon.
He does a hell of a job.
Appreciate you, Cody. Hope you don't take offense to anything. Golf, love my boy Golf and Brian and Senga and Joshua and Sick Nasty. Thanks for moderating and Vega in the building. Thank you to all my super chatters. Mark, appreciate you. Subscribe if you're new. I know there's a lot of you that have not subscribed yet. You just watch every day. Free load in here. And I appreciate that, and I'm always going to be accepting of those views. But if you hit that subscribe button, it helps your boy out quite a bit. Caleb, Super Chat, Isaac, Money Mitch, Jimenez, Belizo, Alex, Wave 3, Maurice, Anthony Castro, Alton Payne with the Super Chat, Bryant Mendez, Kevin Gutierrez, Caleb, The Dark Knight, Drip, appreciate you, Drip, Vega, Joey Z, Tex, appreciate you, Texlam, Michael Zastro, Ronnie, Gravy, Tony G, Not Quani, Young, FD123, Devar, David C with the 27.99 super chat. Let's go. Atwell, Bella, check yourself. Mark, Bobby, Bryson, appreciate you, Bryson, with the $20 hauler. Grigor, Young, Relentless, Devin, Bam Cam, Joey, Sean, Rax Poker, Wesley, Varoop, G-Men, Snowman, Gustavo with the $20 hauler, Roland, Trading, Pyro, Craig, Landon, Scotty Dew, Sealy, Grigor, Nick, Young, Just Get It Done, Alex, Pierce, 2 different people, Pierce and then Alex S, Just Sherman, David, DeBolt, Carrie, Marcus, Blake, Kilpatrick, Heating Up Podcast, and Ronnie again. Thank you all for the super chats. You guys absolutely rock. Appreciate you. My love for Burrow, head up. My love for Burrow, head up. I don't know what the head up means. Oh, you just mean straight up? Why do people say heads up? Straight up? Yes, I take Burrow in a millisecond, Alton. In a millisecond. Alton Payne, you get that done. Guess what button I'm hitting for you, Alton?
Got him.
Hopefully you get that done. I'll see you all later. Appreciate you. Deuces. Get breezed.
Get breezed.